1. Good evening and welcome to the Caravan of Cthulhu. Tonight, or rather, wait, this afternoon, we're kicking things off. Welcome to the Lost Caravan RPG, more specifically, where we do one-shots, miniseries, and all that other stuff that Hoop usually says in a much more authoritative voice. This week, we have a Caravan of Cthulhu, the likes of which you've never seen before other than maybe last year, but ignore that one. This one's better. All week long, we'll be playing some spooky-themed games in support of the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, a program dedicated to providing medical care to thousands of injured and ill children who would otherwise lack local access to that care. You can find the donate page by scanning the QR code in our corner of the screen, or by entering ! Donate in chat. That will be cycling as well. Now, this is while this is going to a fantastic cause, it also can benefit you a little bit because we are having a charity giveaway. For every donation of $10 or more is going to enter you with a chance to win one of our fun prizes, from custom character art from some of the incredibly talented people in our community to copies of several different TTRPGs very generously donated by those companies. Another one of those images is circulating on the social interwebs, so please be aware of that. Now, there's also some other little benefits and things before I get back into my silly announcer voice. You might notice that there are a fewer hero points and villain points for chat redemption this week. That's because you can actually buy more with money. $5 can get anyone on your screen a hero point. $10 give me a villain point, and I promise to do everything terribly to these players. Yeah, just make sure when you are donating to specify who it's going to, or if you want to keep it general, just say, to the party, and that will go to a collective pool. And note that will be tracked through the week, so if it doesn't get used today, it can get used later on today, or tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and other Shakespearean terms. So with our overall theme of the horrors of the natural world, let's delve right into it, eh? Because my name is Turk, or Turk Accented if you're a bold adventurer seeking the unknown. And I have the pleasure of being your keeper for the evening with some Call of Cthulhu. I have gathered together an intrepid band of explorers and dilettantes, and also an archaeologist who thinks he's a paleontologist, and we had a whole conversation about that. I wasn't thinking about bringing it up, now I will. I realized. There you go. And we're all very excited to be here. So, what we're going to do, in the order of our screens in which I say it, because I'm pretty sure I'm the one seeing the overlay right now, I'll ask you to tell us who you are, who you're playing tonight, and where your character is sitting in the car ride you're all on, heading into northern Maine. Starting, of course, with Neop.
Well, hello everyone, I'm Neop, and today I'll be playing Pepe Perez. Just a Norse. He was in the war, he spent some time in the war, and now he's just a nurse that works for well-off people, just doing nurse stuff. I don't know anything about being a nurse, so pardon me. So yeah, he's just a little white guy with red hair, and he comes from New Jersey. Or he lives in New Jersey, I don't remember. We'll see what happens to him. Maybe he will not remember much after this adventure, hopefully. He doesn't get traumatized by our little boss here, Torque.
Now, where does Pepe sit in the car?
Pepe would probably be sitting down in the back in the middle seat, if there's a middle seat back then. Just holding a little bit of a suitcase which has all his medical items, because he was picked up last minute from a home, and he still hasn't changed from his loading. He's a little bit ready for a different kind of job.
Well, nothing wrong with that. So, that brings us next to King. King Israel. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing tonight?
I'm sorry. I was walking my dog. He was messing with something. Oh, I'm King Israel 1104 on all the social meals. Him. I'm gonna be playing Jay Calloway. I'm sorry. You say when I put this in, I was messing with something. The dog was doing something.
It's all good. Just give us a little bit about who is Jay and where you're sitting in the car on the way up.
Okay. Jay is like a film star, actor, actress, my bad. And so he'd probably be sitting right in the middle, I guess, in the back.
Already claimed, unfortunately.
Oh, I'd sit on the right.
Okay. I'm just having a little chart here for no reason whatsoever. It'll all be fine. Now, brings us over to Robin.
See her pronoun. Ginger Brigade on Twitch. I am playing Constance Channing, or as her friends call her, Cece. Cece is a dilettante who spends her days reading, pretty much doing whatever she likes to do. I think she's going to be sitting on the left side near the window, so she's got a small little sketchbook so she can sketch out something she can paint later. So just making general scenery sketches as we're driving to wherever we're going.
Sorry, which window? Back left, back right, forward right?
Back left.
Okay, back seat's basically filled up, folks. Which brings us over to DJ Steve.
Yes, me. Yes, I am Steven, aka GJ Steve Source, if you're trying to find me on socials. Tonight I will be playing Owen Gallagher, an archaeologist turned author. And yes, I have dinosaurs on my shirt. It's the closest I could get. I don't own a shirt with ancient civilizations on it. Turk is just a big, meanie, dumb head. I'm just kidding. I love him very much, but you did call me out, so now I'm getting mean.
Good.
This is all just off in the blow for when he kills us. But I guess Owen probably would be driving, since I think we agreed he owns the house, so probably picked them all up from wherever we gathered, and now we're driving out to the woods. To the very normal house where nothing spooky happens. Maine is a very normal place and has no relation to horror.
And last but certainly not least, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna, or Riley, you can call me either. I use they them pronouns, and today I am playing Nick Veldhuis, a guy originally from Rotterdam, Netherlands, living in New York. Is a businessman, totally not doing any crime whatsoever. He would never. Totally normal businessman. Yeah, and I guess he would be in a passenger seat then.
All right. Well, all of your lovely seats taken up. You probably have plenty of room up in the front, interestingly enough. Why don't we jump right into it? You find yourselves on the twisting, winding roads of the great northeastern state of Maine, a place I was just recently, and quite enjoyed, I must say. The road stretches before you is largely unoccupied, other than the occasional critter that seems to dart away as the headlights of your car, as bright as they could possibly be in the 1920s, shoot ahead into the darkness. It's a clear night, crisp, no fog cover, and thankfully seems to be an overall pleasant time. Whether you have the windows up or down is completely within your character's prerogative. While the drive is rutted and bumpy between these little hamlets and backwood villages that rarely consist of more than a dozen houses huddled around a little church and general store, you've managed to keep a somewhat lively conversation, though your connections to your fellow travelers is a bit taut. I believe most of you only know Owen. Hi. Is that a hand?
No, I was just preventing someone from appearing on camera.
Okay. Well, all fine. I love the mysterious things. Anyway, though while your drive initially started as a, fun endeavor, everyone piling into the car and getting, quietly adjusted to one another, it's now fallen off into a bit of silence. The exhaustion of a long day's travel from wherever you all are coming from has begun hitting quite hard, and the car rumbles over rutted roads, bouncing through potholes and over frost heaves. Mostly the area is heavily forests and occasionally a small, like as I said, a small town that doesn't bear much mention. You're promised at the end of this is quite a lavish luxury cabin that should be able to accommodate any and all of your relaxation needs for a long weekend, perhaps even a week if the weather turns on you, which some of you might hope it does, facilitating some time away from the rest of the world. That being said, at this point, Owen, I'm saying that right?
Yeah, Owen.
Owen, yeah. Damn Irish spelling.
Like the Wilson.
All right. It's not Owen Wilson. Anyway, avoiding the deep potholes and not always succeeding seems to be your primary focus. The dull hum of the motor keeps alternating with a high whine. The car gamely attempts yet another steep climb. You're fairly certain you're going to be capable of doing all of these, but it always has given you a little bit of trouble in certain difficult moments. But it continues to trundle on. From the back seats, not much more than gray, fitting shadows can be distinguished from the blackness of the night. And a single thought might creep at the back of your mind, and who's to say what might be lurking out there in the impenetrable darkness of the endless woods at this very moment, watching you. Anyway, as you climb a hill, Owen, as you're concentrating on the section of road ahead of you, limited by headlights, you're suddenly going to see a shadow sort of jerk out in front of you and seem to almost like potentially two-pronged lurch towards you and the car. I'm going to need you to make a drive auto really quickly.
Oh boy. First roll. Let's see how...
Where's this one?
Become Speed Racer.
Oh sure, I rolled 69 for the first roll, which is not nice.
Not nice.
It is not nice. It is a failure. Ooh, who let you drive? Well...
Reason I don't leave the house much.
Jerking the wheel, you can't react quickly enough, and the car runs straight, and you feel a horrible thud as what seems like the body of a person thuds into the radiator grill. Jerking the wheel to get as much of it out of the way as you can, the car bounces with a rumble and goes down into a hillside, hitting the tree. I'm going to need everyone to make me a dexterity roll. Okay, success.
Wow, cool.
Extreme success.
Extreme success.
All right. With his
You
extreme
peculiar
success,
little-
I'll say you're fine as you prop yourself up and manage to, keep yourself safe. But for the rest of you, I'd love to introduce you to the concept of the 1920s vehicles and their lack of safety, as those of you who succeed are going to be taking... let me do this right. Constance take 3 damage. And Jay take 3 damage. Oin and Pepe. Oh, okay. That is going to be 4 apiece for you two. As the car tumbles.
4 damage?
4 damage.
Everyone immediately taking damage. That's wild.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That is so wild.
Yeah.
I hope this medical equipment comes in handy.
A note to our viewers: this is from an older version of Call of Cthulhu. They might die, but they'll be
Like,
fine.
before the end of the series. Great.
I don't think the addition is what's the danger here. It's you.
Anyway, jerking the car, it now comes to a stop as you hear the whine and hiss of an engine severely, at the very least, impacted into a tree. I agree. Additionally, I'm going to get everyone to make sanity rolls because you just watched a dude get run over, basically. Okay.
Oh, see, that I'm fine with.
Oh, now I fail.
I mean, that makes sense.
Sanity roll on this. There it is.
It's honestly
Oh, I
this
failed.
guy's fault
Failed
for
that
being out
hard.
here in the middle of the woods.
I mean, as a medic, kind of makes sense that I couldn't be that, but
Okay.
oh no, everybody else failed.
If you succeeded,
Yeah.
only lose 1. Those of you in the back, though, you're just passengers, so you just saw this happen passively. You'll be losing 4 sanity. Damn, I'm rolling these little pyramid shapes today.
I was not in the back, but I failed.
Oh, not in the back. I just meant any passengers.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. Okay.
But finally, everything here is still. And it sounds like there's no further risk of anything settling or moving. Maybe that tree you knocked into will have some words in a week or so, but depends on the weather.
I think Nick will first check if everyone's alive, and then we'll just turn to Owen and be like, "Nice fucking job," and we'll get out of the car and go and look for the person that was run over.
Down
Anybody else
you
checking
go.
out the drive?
First, let's check out with everyone who's here right now. Then we go check the.
No, I think the guy who just got slammed by a car is kind of the top priority.
I mean, my character is totally
actually,
fine
yeah.
damage-wise, so he's just gonna get out and he's not hurt at all, so he's gonna go and look.
So I'm the nurse. The nurse will go see if there's a body to the tent.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you getting out of the car can immediately see that there appears to be a man lying in the road, with his face and dressing gown covered in blood.
Ah. Can I see if they are alive?
First aid or medicine from either of you or both of you, and this is what you see, except assume more rough.
And I'm not looking
Yeah.
if they're alive. I was just looking in general.
So, just to look over the guy, you can tell he's probably about 40-ish, unshaven, with blonde hair, probably average, about an average stature, wearing a dark blue dressing gown and gray dirt-encrusted slippers, though all of that is quite caked in blood. Though, Pepe, you're able to determine that this guy is severely injured, but still grasping to life with a climber's grip.
Okay, so Pepe's gonna try to tend to them. I don't know what else can I do. He has aspirin and gauze bandages. I don't know if that helps.
I mean, you might staunch some bleeding, but you could probably, I don't know, do you have any, like, smelling salts or something?
No, I have a laxative.
I don't know if he needs that right now. But I'll still give you a first aid or medicine check to get him into a potentially more comfortable spot.
Come on!
Oh, just by 2.
80. So now hold on. Remember,
Yeah,
Call of
yeah, you
Duty,
can-
you can spend luck, or you can push it.
Spend 2
I'll
luck.
push it.
Push it. Oh god.
But
Okay.
you can spend 2 luck, and then you okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Cool, we're cool.
All
Fail
right.
out of A fail on a push is even worse, but good job. Good job.
So, kind of
I like danger.
getting him up and doesn't stand, but definitely like getting his head in an elevated position, clearing airways, and doing your best to just close any open wounds you can, and then again, this is all effectively in the dark of the night, lit only by the moon. What little slivers of it you're getting through the tree coverage here. You seemed his eyes don't open, but he begins to sort of low murmur. You do see like a light amount of his eye peeking, despite all the pain he must clearly be in.
Can I look rival pockets for any ID at all?
Sure. So
Would I just recognize him as a neighbor? He's in a dressing gown. I don't know how much ID he has on.
if you had a whiles to go, this is not your town. This is on the way. So, kind of looking him over a bit, looking through his pockets and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's any pockets at all or anything that might identify him.
Let me check something. You can definitely see there's a wedding ring on his finger. And then I don't believe there is anything else, but I'm confirming. Yeah.
Well, gently try and take the wedding ring only to look inside if I can see like a name, if there's like anyone we could alert.
Linda, August 23rd,
Linda.
1913.
Oh, he's gonna hold on to the ring just for a bit.
I mean, yeah, just for a bit.
Just for a bit.
Just for a bit. So, is any of this done privately? Because otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, did we see you take the ring?
I'm gonna say if the rest of you want to like take a moment and have like collected yourselves in the car, you absolutely could have gotten out and seen Nick just, pulling a ring off of this guy's finger.
Just looking and just.
Yeah, I'm right there.
I'm not pocketing it anything. I'm just holding it.
Yeah, as Nick goes to is pulling it off this guy's finger, Cece's like, that's bad. Oh, that's bad luck. Oh.
Is it? Oh, it's not where I'm from.
I was raised knowing it was bad luck to take a ring off somebody's finger.
I was just trying to see if there's a Linda that we probably should alert.
Yeah.
How much worse could his luck
man
get?
giving the ring back.
I mean,
He
I'm
might become stressed. He's already in much pain. I don't think the aspirin will do
Is
much.
he even
but,
conscious?
Yes,
Right?
does he look conscious on it? At all?
He was murmuring
he
slightly.
was speaking.
Yeah.
What
Well,
we
I
need to
get
do
what-
with the ring is toss it in a fire and see if any magical writing shows up on it.
I don't
That
think
was
we
a
should
chip.
do that.
Can
That's
I-
not a character.
Is there a house nearby that seems that the lights are on? That seems that he could have come from that house.
Oh, well, why don't you make me a spot hidden if you want to look around the area?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's a failure. That's a massive failure.
Not seeing anything
Right.
at the moment.
Also, check for that. Not much I can do to help, but yeah, I guess kind of taking the same line of thinking as Neek. To just look around. I don't want to just get free rolls to fix up when somebody fails, but
Sorry. I mean, if you
well,
want, if you can
no one
also
can help.
you can also look.
Oh, that's a.
So through the trees, you do spot what seems to be a dim glow from the other side of the road, from which the side of the road from where he leapt out in front of your car. Looks like there might be some kind of path leading up, or at least a clearing in the trees that leads to this dim light.
it's kind of looks like there's a house that way. Don't know if that's his.
Look
I
over
know
at
the direction he came from.
We should find his wife then.
In the Any kind of like any light sources at all?
Lighter, that's not.
A lighter is better than nothing.
Yes. Anyone want to come with?
Should we
Maybe-
carry him there?
Yeah, we can try and
Yeah,
looks
no.
at our
Yeah.
nurse like, is that possible? Would that make it worse?
How bad does he look? Does he look like I can?
He looks really bad,
Like-
I'll say that, but you did rouse him to a level of light unconsciousness.
So maybe if two of us like carry him very carefully.
I'll say, as a
We could,
nurse who
like-
served in the war, you probably know that you just need some, like a blanket and some sufficient sticks to
Yeah.
make a gurney. Of sorts.
That's how you call it. Oh. I was just gonna call it a bed. Yeah. Let's MacGyver one of those.
Where are we gonna find sticks
If
in
we
the
can.
forest?
Yeah, just sticks. Just start looking for sticks. I'm sure there's some around.
I wonder where we could find sticks. Does anybody else know where to find sticks?
All I'm finding are branches, and I don't know what to do. No sticks, just branches.
Um,
Oh,
and
there would probably be some sort of like tarp or blanket in the back of the
yeah,
car, so Owen will pull that out. Like
Yeah.
start trying to help get the guy onto that. So yeah, we'll
please,
try and make this makeshift gurney.
Yeah. Just MacGyver this guy into health. Yeah, I suppose we'll do that. We'll in agreement.
Yeah, seems good. Can't just leave him out here. We a hazard to other drivers.
Oh, and what about our car?
How fucked does the car look?
Get that.
How fucked does the car look?
You won't
at
like
this
it.
point?
You turn back and look over the car for a little bit.
Burst into flames.
It's not on fire.
We
by
all
any
just
means,
turn around.
but it is stuck in a mud embankment, and in the dark, you already can see that you've smashed that engine pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to call the guy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that here for now.
So
The
Alright.
car is the least of our worries.
get to the house. Linda, sorry we fucked up your husband. Also, kindly use your phone, because I also fucked up my car on your husband's face. Probably not gonna lead with that, but
Yeah, that'll go over like a house on fire.
Like a car on
I've
fire.
been a car on fire.
Car on fire. Can I at least get
Not
my
literally.
rifle out of the back of the car?
Sorry, what was that?
Can I at least get my rifle out of the back of the car?
Sure, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Awesome. Cool.
It's not like
Cool.
inoperable. It's just, you're not going anywhere tonight.
No, just making sure I can get to it because muddy embankment. I don't even know if it flipped or not. Like
No. It
1920s car. You know.
it hit forward
Not a
into a
cyber truck.
tree.
The car is still together.
Okay, so it didn't flip. It just slammed into the tree.
hmm
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just French kissing the tree.
Okay. Yeah, very, very, very French kissing the tree. Okay, well, Constance swings her rifle over her shoulder, so just in case.
Right, I will try and help carry, I guess.
Yeah.
Go to the house.
Jay, what are you up to?
I'm just going to help him carry the body.
All right, sounds good. So, I will say you can begin making your way up this clearing. With a light source, you can see it kind of switches back and then heads towards a small other clearing up above. And before you, this is not exactly the scale, I'm just changing this over so we can see the scary house. It's fine. The clearing ahead of you is covered with grass and surrounded by large pine trees, which appear quite threatening in the darkness at night. On the crest of the hill in the middle stands a very large log cabin. It looks to be built of maybe some rough-cut tree trunks and looks to about have only one story and a flat gabled roof covered with wood shingles. They're weathered and from a quick little glance you can already tell moss covered. Many of the windows here are open and lights are on, but only in the main room, for which the door looks like it was hurriedly opened. But yeah, there also appears to be a Model T pulled up in front of the house itself.
Nick's gonna eye that and remember that for later in case they need a car.
What's your like drive auto score at?
It's 25, I think. Yeah. No.
You can make me a knowledge roll, or sorry, not knowledge. I am so good at knowing my own game I'm running. Intelligence, yes. They call these a no
can I
roll.
spend luck on that?
Sure.
So just add the little 2. I'll
Yeah,
spend 2
so-
luck on that.
So just go into edit mode on your character sheet and take 2
Yeah,
off your
yeah,
electron. You got
yeah.
it. Yeah, you'd know that brand of Model T would probably require a start wrench of some kind. So if you're thinking of using that later down the road, gotta make sure you have that. You need to kind of wind it up to get it going.
Oh. Is the person that we hit, does he have shoes on or is he barefoot?
He has slippers on.
Slippers.
Slippers, okay.
Mhm.
Muddy gray slippers.
They are-
Are there footprints leading away from this house?
It's
That's what
it's
I-
grass, not mud.
Grass. Gotcha. But are there footprints we can see, or
No, just looks like grass.
Is the front door open, you said?
Yeah. It's kind of been pushed open. Looks like in a hurry. It's left sort of hanging a little bit.
Yeah, I
Just
think
pushed open to the inside or to the outside?
It opens the inside. So
yeah. I think Nick would gently put the stretcher or something like down if Jay also helps. And
Yeah.
we'll go to the front door and sort of knock on. Be like, Linda? Calling.
no answer.
Anyone?
Nothing. Why don't you make me a listen check, everybody?
my ears?
Ew. Oh, we're all failing.
Oh.
How did I won?
There is no successes on that go about.
Wait,
Same
wait,
with
we're,
Lana.
we're missing Jay still, I think.
Oh.
Can I
Oh, no,
push
there
it?
we
It's
go.
been a great
Yeah.
stream, everybody.
I-
This is Call of Cthulhu. We're
Yeah.
all dead.
Not
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
necessarily push this roll. There's not really any way you could like put yourself. You can't like cartoon expand your ear to really hear with the difficulty of a fly going in or something. But if someone wants to spend some luck, I'm sure there's some points you could get.
I can
Yeah,
spend.
let me just
I can
spend
spend
49 luck points.
luck.
Yeah. Perfect.
I can do one. I can do
Yeah,
one.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Fantastic. Do you want to spend your luck?
Yeah, 1 luck.
Fantastic. You hear
There we
nothing.
go.
You hear
Ah,
absolutely nothing. Why don't you make me a intelligence check?
Chat, I'm gonna kill this man.
Nah.
I
Wow.
failed the intelligence.
Roll 20 hates
Yeah.
us.
Nothing seems wrong. You just can't hear anything.
Is that also not hearing anything outside too?
I said what I said.
Okay. Got it.
Fair. I will go step inside carefully.
Oh, you step inside the cabin?
Are you trying to
Yeah.
get in his house?
So what was that?
Are we sure this is his house?
Yeah, we're just gonna go
Oh,
in.
we're not.
At least I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna. Well,
We don't even know if this is this guy's house. This is just a house.
Yeah. True. We don't know if it's his house.
But yeah, the door opens easily enough, and you enter the what seems to be a hall, just like the front hall.
I start looking around for any sign of life or any any sign of life, and just any kind of indication of why this guy was out on the road in the middle of the night. like what prompted this guy to leave, if this was indeed his house.
I mean,
Yeah, how
you're just kind of looking around the hall initially. I mean, signs of life. You see that there's a coat rack with women's, men's, and boys' coats hanging on it. 3 pairs of women's shoes sit on the floor, and next to 2 pairs of men's and younger children's shoes. Looks like there are also pairs of sturdy boots caked with dirt and mud, one significantly larger than the other.
Interesting. Wait, so the how the dirt and mud, is it like fresh, or is it like dried up?
It's caked on.
Oh, okay, so it's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to have been out recently. The mud you saw on the guy's slippers is much fresher.
Yeah, I will once again try and rifle through the coat pockets for any ID or whatever.
Why don't you make me... Well, if you're just going to take the time to do that, I'll hold that scene for a little bit, and then ask what everyone else is doing.
Is there a mailbox nearby, or like on the approach to the house?
Nope.
Are there any family pictures, like portraits on the wall, like paintings?
Not in the immediate hall.
I'm gonna look for that, because that'll maybe give us an idea of who's here.
Sure. There's a door to the left and to the right.
I'll go left.
Okay.
I'll go right.
Oh, interesting. I like
Split in
it.
the
So, Jay, you enter a hallway and see 3 other sets of doors to your right, and it's a hallway that to the right hits a wall. In front of you, there are 3 sets of doors, and then further down, do you have a light source on you? Because this is dark in here now.
No.
Never mind. You see basically nothing. The small illumination of a candle of a lantern in the main hall illuminates what appears to be one door ahead of you. Beyond that, nope.
Am I able to take this lantern?
You could, but it would put everyone else in the main hall into darkness.
I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay. Let me make sure I get this right here. Area here is also still dark. Looking into it, you can't see much of anything other than the immediate darkness.
I'm just gonna touch the wall, kind of feel something.
Sure. Nothing has ever gone wrong with that.
And nothing can go wrong.
Nothing ever goes wrong.
Feeling around, it looks... do you start on the right wall or the left?
On the left.
Okay. To the left, it looks like you feel your way onto a dresser. Looks like a bit of a wardrobe of sorts, but you can't quite tell if you open it what it holds. And continuing along the wall there, you eventually find your way onto what feels like a skin rug, and then a nightstand, and then through the brief light of the window, you can see that there is a bed here. It looks used, and though one side of it is completely smeared with dried blood.
Good to know.
Why don't you make me a spot hidden? You look up from the window. You look up as your eyes naturally kind of glance from the blood up to the window, and something is standing in the woods. It looks tall and lean, in the shape of a person. It very well could be. If it is somebody, they stand with their hands sort of just out calmly at their sides, though it looks like they're wearing potentially some kind of headpiece, their face a little long, and you'd say they have kind of a wolfish look to them. And it appears they aren't wearing any shirt, rather some sort of fur accoutrement to cover what looks to be their lower half. But they are heavily obscured by foliage, and you're only barely seeing them.
That's it. I'm just gonna go back to the others and tell them what I saw.
Sure. Do you turn away and do you cause any exclamation? Actually, I'll do you one better. Make me a sanity check.
It's coming.
Ooh, okay. That is going to be 3 more points of sanity for you. And I'll say, as a reaction, you kind of give a and everyone can hear that. Assuming outside. Quick check in. Have you guys brought this man inside?
Probably would have set him on the porch
about him.
first.
Yeah, do we put him down
Yeah.
maybe somewhere?
Like, yeah, I'm imagining, like, we set him down on the porch, like, knocked, and then got no answer, and he's just kind of been sitting
Yeah.
on the porch.
Yeah. At least like
Yeah,
on the
Pepe would-
floor.
Yeah, Pepe would be with the guy, just tending to him. In fact, I was gonna ask if Pepe could continue trying to treat him, see if he can get him to talk. Like, hey, buddy, hey, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Are
Okay,
you
so
alright? Can you tell me what happened?
let's pull the timeline back a little bit and stay with you. Why don't you make me a first aid or medicine check? As you're kind of giving him a
Right.
full once-over.
Finally, a good one!
Nice.
All right. So, basically, with an extreme success, yeah. Giving him a more thorough look over, you see like lacerations on his arms and legs that at first you might have written off as a result of the being run over by a car, but they look like they were pre-existing. Like, you've seen slash wounds. These look like someone has gone at him with a sharp implement of some kind. Though, obviously, it looks like they've somewhat begun to heal. We give it about a day's time ago. Now, the blood you see on him, some of it is clearly his own, and it's fresh from the incident, but it looks like there's some older crusted blood there as well. Furthermore, though he is in a sort of state where he's in between and not really able to say anything other than mumble lightly, and maybe even whisper if you want to listen in, but it looks like his face, from what you can see, is like panic, confusion, and perhaps even madness.
Can I make out what he is mumbling?
You can certainly try. Either anyone who is near, who is attending to the guy or carrying him around, can make a listen check.
I would have stayed
Enough.
inside. Nope, he can't hear shit. Jesus Christ.
Listening in,
What?
you can make out they seem to be repeatedly whispering, "Help, help, 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 help," and then he'll occasionally sprinkle in, "Jack, help, 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 Jack."
Pepe's gonna be like, hey, calm down, buddy. Breathe slowly. Calm down. We are helping you. Is your name Jack?
Help,
Are you
help,
Jack?
Help, 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 help.
Okay, seems like this
think it's his
this
name.
dude. Yeah.
Um,
Help.
I'd
Who
s-
else is here with me right now?
it sounded like it was just Owen, Jesus. Just right, Owen. Stop hurting myself. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Cthulhu, wow.
Wow.
You gotta
Anyway,
give him that 1920s medicine and just slap the shit out of him. That always fixes madness.
pull yourself together. That's like the psychotherapy rules. No. So the two of you are there. I'd like to check in on Constance, because Constance is going in to what appears to be, if you have your light source on you, the living room. Living room. Living room. With your light source, you're quickly able to identify a gas lamp on what seems to be a slightly battered wooden table in the middle of the room. Would you like to ignite that and bring yourself
Would
some
love to light
illumination?
that up. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll probably have to roll a sanity check here, but we'll see.
Would you?
Maybe.
Okay. The center of the north wall stands a large, rough stone hearth, though no fire burns within. You do see a good-sized stack of firewood next to it, and the front of the hearth is basically a somewhat worn-out bear trap. Over the fireplace is a rack holding what appears to be a double-barreled 12-gauge shotgun and a brand-new Winchester Model 54 odd 30-06 rifle. Both, yeah?
Do they look like they work?
They look brand new. One is an old hunting rifle, and one is a very new hunting rifle.
Yeah.
Though you'd guess both are probably unloaded if they're kept over a heat source.
Yeah. Fair.
There are 3 non-upholstered chairs that sit around the table here. A fourth lies on its back, as if seemingly tipped over by someone jumping out of it. There are also 2 overstuffed armchairs, the little table between them in front of the southern wall. You see a china cabinet, which contains some tablecloths that stands against the wall. There's also a number of racks of deer antlers with a massive stuffed buck's head and an oil painting of a rearing buck. There's also a framed picture under glass that hangs on the wall here. It seems to take a man wearing an officer's uniform from the U.S. Army.
Does it look like our friend that we hit?
No.
Ah.
You do see it is autographed, reading Nathaniel Fuller, Colonel, USA, parentheses, retired, in a spirited hand.
So not Jack.
And next to it is another photo of the same man some years earlier, sitting on a bench in front of a house with 2 young women.
And what was his rank again?
How, John?
Colonel.
Colonel. Thank you.
Colonel.
I can't spell today. Ooh, she's real tempted to take that new hunting rifle off the rack, even without the ammo being readily seen. No, she's just gonna notate that it's there. She's gonna be good. She's not gonna take it. It's not her stuff.
There is a single shelf that has a row of books on it as well.
I'll take a look at that.
There
Just
is
to see.
In Our Time by one Ernest Hemingway. and as well as various novels about the American Civil War, and some books about hunting and wildlife. That, though, why don't you make me? What is your like occult spookiness at?
15.
So what was that?
15. I got a little bit.
15. Make me a roll, and then also make me like a library use, if you have any.
I fumbled cult,
Okay.
and I failed the library use. Oh
Nothing-
my god, roll 20. Why?
Nothing.
How is that even possible?
Nothing seems to jump out at you in regards to any of the texts. They all are just as much sort of weird hunting guide readers, local area almanacs sort of things.
The oil lamp that I lit in the middle of the table, is that something that can be carried? Is it a small one, or is
Yeah,
it?
you can carry it. I will also note that the reason you're hearing a tick-tock is because there is a large grandfather clock in the corner, with its pendulum swinging back and forth.
I do not like that. I do not like that. I do not trust it.
Does it look like the weights in it have been reset recently, or that they're about to run out?
Oh, that's where the TikTok comes from. I was wondering where that sound was coming from.
Oh yeah, no, that's in the game. I assure you, you're not going crazy. As it chimes, you can tell that it's running fairly well.
Okay. What time is it?
It chimes in the quarter
Okay, time's on the quarter.
from where the hands are standing, at least. But I will say, at that point is where you hear a from in the darkness where you saw Jay head off.
I will grab the oil lamp and go back to everybody.
Did I find ID at some point or anything?
I was going to ask, would you like to join the group, or are you still willing to pick through all the pockets here?
I think as everyone's been searching, I would have also searched for one time generally for idea. If I happen to come across any small shiny shit that I can pocket while I'm alone in a room, I will do that. But I am looking for ID or any kind of clue of like who lives here and where does this guy come from, and also why is this guy on the road.
I will say, going through, I'd assume you'd probably be looking through the bigger pockets first.
Yeah.
Two things. One, you are going to find one of these appears to be a bit heavier, as you're able to feel around and find a familiar handle for a Smith & Wesson M1917 Army 45 ACP caliber pistol. Additionally, you, as you are hearing the scream, will feel a letter folded up.
So what's the other thing? I don't know guns.
Oh,
What
it
was
is a 45 caliber pistol. It's a big military.
pistol?
It's a big
Okay.
military pistol, basically.
I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take the letter and open it and read it.
While everyone is heading out.
I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how what the timing is because I entered the house first. I don't know if I would have.
I'm
found this
assuming
in the time
you
that-
feeling through everything, you're gonna get this letter just as everyone's hearing the scream. So
Okay,
you
then
have
if
it,
I-
then you.
yeah.
But if you choose to stop and read it, you won't be around for.
No, if I have it and then hear the sort of scream, then I will pocket the letter and I will go upstairs as well.
Fantastic.
Oh,
All right, everyone goes pouring in to the bedroom area, which is now much better illuminated with the presence of folks. Jay, what do you say to these folks as you are suddenly bombarded?
But, the man in the woods.
You point back and look, and there's nothing there, Jay.
Sure, you're just not just seeing things, not shocked by whatever just happened.
The blood on the bed is obviously very apparent
Oh.
to all of you.
Okay.
I was about to ask about that now that we have light source. In there.
Yeah, do we see the blood? That's a good
Yeah.
point. Like, how
Uh-oh.
did we see like how fresh it is?
It looks. I mentioned it looks kind of caked, like dried at least. It's not like someone who was in here and bleeding very recently.
All right. Well, it remind me, how much was it? Was it like all over the bed, or just like?
It's completely smeared. Yeah.
Okay. Something's clearly happened here. Don't know what the fuck's going on. But...
Maybe he
Open?
had a fight with his Janice, was it? What was the name?
Linda.
Linda.
Linda, right? That.
Is the
I
window
don't know.
open right now in this room?
All of the windows are open. Yeah.
And is there blood going up and out?
Nope.
Like on the windowsill? Okay.
Just in the bed. Looks like someone kind of almost slid in and out of bed with blood.
I'm going
There's
to,
no
as they're looking at the bed,
footprints
I'm
either.
going to. Oh, sorry.
There's like no footprints, no other blood than just in the bed.
Yeah. Looks like the bed was smeared with blood on one side, but not the other. Like someone comfortably got into bed one night while they were bleeding and then got out.
I want to, while they're looking at the bed, I want to, now we've got some light, move a little bit aside and open the letter and actually read it. Maybe there's something in here that could give us clues as to what's happened here.
Sure. Looking at the letter on one side, it looks like there's a bit of a map of local roads that seems to follow what appears to be up the driveway of the house you are at now. On the other side, you see this, which I will read to you now in my best lawyer voice. Let me get down here and make sure I get this read right. Nope. Okay. I'll have to read this as best I can read. Dear Mrs. Hawthorne, on behalf of our firm, I would like to convey the most sincere condolences on the death of your father, Nathaniel Fuller. Your father will always abide in our memory as a dear, friendly man whose all too premature death has affected us deeply. We counted him among our clients for many years, developing a relationship that might almost be described as friendship. It is with grievous sorrow that we shall miss his frank, open manner. Mr. Fuller always had a good word for you, his daughter, and so it will not surprise you that in the last will and testament drawn up for him, he left you the bulk of his estate, including a special bequest of his hunting lodge in rural Maine near Pendosset Creek. You may pick up the necessary paper at our office at your convenience. We look very much forward to making your acquaintance in person. With highest regard and in deepest sympathies, Abner F.H. Robertson, Esquire. And it is signed from O'Reilly and Robertson, attorneys at law, in Bangor, Maine.
And I'm assuming that the house that's mentioned is where we are.
Yes, it seems fairly clear that that is the house.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've not seen what the others have seen, so I will read the letter into the crowd, and then we'll should have hold up to yours. Like, anyone know a Hawthorne? It's a Hawthorne mentioned in here, and we'll hand it over to whoever wants to read it.
Well, what have
No
you
idea.
certainly just heard about a Hawthorne?
Oh, and Fuller.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, rather,
The-
a Fuller. Apologies.
Yeah. So yeah, Constance would read the letter and go, well, there's a picture of him in the other room where I got the lamp from.
Why
It was
don't
a caramel, apparently.
you can make me a intelligence check here really quick to potentially connect some dots. Never
I'm
mind.
gonna spend $10.
Spending
I'm
10
spending
bucks?
$10. Do
Fantastic.
it. We're doing it. I
All
didn't
right,
need to roll that.
you're
but
fine.
spend it.
It happens all the time.
We've got plenty of luck.
There is another picture of him with two young girls. It's very possible that this being addressed to a woman with a different last name than the person she's inheriting from, with notes of father. It's probably his daughter is Linda.
but we don't. The only evidence of other people here that we see right now is just the extra coats and shoes.
Yep.
And we've made enough noise that if somebody was here, they should hear us, correct? Like, we've been banging around this house, not trying to be stealthy.
Yep. All you can hear is the grandfather clock going off again.
Is it? Wait, it's 15 minutes past yet?
Oh, no.
Half?
Not to your knowing. It literally just went off.
Also, is there an attic or something?
I mean, you can't see anything in this room. And it appeared
I
to be
mean, when I step outside, yeah.
if you step outside, it appeared to be a one, like a one-story house. I'll say that was mentioned. Though there's possibility it's an attic, you just wouldn't know where.
Or there might be a basement, like a
Yeah,
hidden...
that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
true.
I think Nick is going now a bit suspicious about the fact there's blood and all this kind of weird thing going. We'll draw a handgun.
Your new one?
Just for, yeah, I'll have the new one. Why not? Is it loaded?
It certainly is.
Cool. I will take that.
And out of
we'll start
nowhere, Nick reproduces a military revolver that any of you who served and anyone who's familiar would know was only supplied to the United States military people, soldiers.
Why do you have
Friend.
that?
Friend gave it to me. I don't think we have time for this, and he's just gonna go back downstairs to check for any kind of. But also, I think on the way, look at the clock since it went off again.
Sure. If y'all want to head out, I'd like to know who's the last one in the room.
Dangerous question.
I'll fall on that sword because Owen is still
Why you
confused
do-
about this blood and how there's no markings or anything.
Sure. Is anyone else
Confused
not
him.
in the room? Is anyone else going to still be in the room? Or is everyone going to check on that clock, or can you look around the house?
How many light sources
Pepe
do we
will
have?
probably
Is
be
that-
checking the blood also.
Sorry, you had a question about light sources. If
many-
anyone, you
I have
had,
a lighter at least.
you have a lighter. I'll say, believe it or not, flashlights do exist in this time period.
Like I say, is there not a light switch for this room?
Nope.
Just flip on.
If
Okay.
anything,
It is
when you came in, the central hall was illuminated by what appeared to be just a hanging lantern light. So this all appears to be quite rustic in its power source.
Being that this is a bedroom, though, is there another whatever you call them, the candle holders
Not here. No.
Mr. Scrooge would have?
Nope.
If you need light, then Constance is going to stay behind since you're trying to look at the room. Because if Neek's got a lighter, they have a light source. So if you're staying behind to look at things, Constance will hold the light for you.
Okay. So, is everyone else leaving? I know that Nick is, but I think I just need a confirmation of where Jay is going to go.
I think just gonna look around to see if you can find something else.
While you're in the room here.
Yeah.
Okay. So looking over the blood, Pepe and Owen, describe your process to me. How is this going down?
I mean, for Owen's part, he's got no medical training. He's just wondering, is this like some sort of weird ritual marking, some offering, sacrifice, like, is some weird shit going down here? Because to have a bunch of blood smeared somewhere and no feet walking away is
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the two of you are kind of like trying to make sense of this.
Yeah.
And that's when you notice as you like pull it back, I'm gonna assume, Owen, you might be a little less inclined to engage physically with a bloody bed sheet.
Mhm.
As Pepe pulls it back, Owen and Constance, you have eyes on what you see as the bed sheet seems to get more bloody, like it's actively bleeding. And from Pepe's hand, it's almost like a bloody sore seems to begin spreading. Though Pepe has no immediate reaction to this information, as I assume Pepe, you're looking down at the the like other sheets below the bloody blanket here. It's gonna be a sanity check from the two of you, of course, but
By 3.
I mean, hey, 3 luck. And I just need the other sanity check from Owen.
Ah,
I don't think you can spend on luck on.
Rolls, can you?
On
I don't think so.
on
Yeah.
sanity, I'm fairly certain you can. At least I've been playing it as being you can spend it on sanity. Whether that's canon or not, I don't know. I've literally never owned the Keeper's Manual.
I'm just gonna let it ride. It's fine. I'll take the sanity.
I don't spend sanity in combat. We did last time we went around, but not this time. Anyway, so for failing that, you're only going to lose 1 sanity. Success means 0. But yeah, you don't notice any particular pattern or anything other than the fact that this is now an actively bleeding blanket, apparently. And Pepe's hand seems to have opened in a weird sore that they aren't acknowledging.
That's probably a perfectly reasonable explanation.
Just let go of it. Just let go of it. Let go of it.
Let's
Please.
go. Oh.
And Pepe, looking at your hand, that's also going to be a sanity from you really quick. Yeah, you're fine. You're just... and you feel at it, and it feels real. But with your success, you can tell this is just... It's just in your mind. It doesn't exist.
It's not wet or anything. It just looks like.
Or, wait, you feel a little like that blood seeping from you. You're actually going to take 1 damage.
Oh.
Blanket. When they pulled back the sheet, did it look like it was coming from the
Just
bleeding?
it
Was
looks
coming from
like
them into it?
the blanket was bleeding,
Or
and then you saw a blaze sores begin to grow on Pepe's hand. And
Wow,
while
that
it doesn't
hurt.
feel, it hurts, and it's like this can't be possible. Medical knowledge being as it is, I won't make you roll for it. It just doesn't make any sense. You would suddenly break out into something like this.
It's like an allergic reaction, but it can't be.
Are you... Owen, are you good?
Oh, it's just. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just can't look at it.
Then leave the room before you pass out.
I'm not gonna pass out. It's just gross. Something's going on here. Is there
Yeah, Pepe's
anything?
gonna start tending to the wound. Oh, well, at least the thing happening. He's
You
gonna improvise.
roll yourself up with some gauze really quick. I won't make you roll for that. But elsewhere, Jay, you're looking around the room. There was that wardrobe. And the nightstand. I'm assuming you probably only had room to get to the wardrobe if everyone else is standing around.
Yep.
So near the wardrobe, you see an oil painting of a rearing bear on the wall. But like top of it, you do see that it seems to be mostly full of men's and women's clothing.
Anything behind the painting?
Moving it just appears to be more wood walls.
Is it men clothes or women clothes?
Both.
I'm gonna take the pockets.
Nothing is in the pockets of the clothing. It just appears to be like folded laundry, essentially. Though as you're working your way down the wardrobe, you do find a series of women's purses.
Anything in them?
You do find identification for one Linda Hawthorne, given her maiden name Fuller, age 35, and address 31 Bellevue Terrace, Boston. As well as, not within, but rather sort of like it seems to be below all of this stuff and kind of pushed to the back. Seems to be something wrapped in a scarf.
I'm gonna open the scarf.
You're holding a skull. Very old looking
Oh
skull.
shoot!
Drop it.
The skull cracks and you see dust shoot up off of it.
Would I have a chance to try and catch the skull?
I mean, you're looking at a bloody blanket and are a little freaked out.
Well, I'm looking that way. Away from.
When you
No,
drop
that's
that,
fair.
it's gonna scare the hell out of all of us. Fuck. Okay.
We do love being a little jumpy.
Like a bad haunted house.
I'm just gonna go take the dresser now.
Oh, you have checked the dresser. There's the
That's
nice.
what was in it.
Oh yeah, I need the other one.
So yeah, you all turn around really quickly and see that there is a bit of skull shards and an old skull sitting at the base, and then Jay kind of looks at you all, and then walks past you and slides open the nightstand, I suppose, and looks like there's a box of ammunition for long guns. Looks like shells and rifle rounds, as well as a wallet.
I'm gonna take the wallet.
ID inside says Thomas Hawthorne, architect, 31 Bellevue Terrace, Boston. Picture looks similar to the guy that your friend hit with their car.
I found the main thing.
I appreciate your efforts, but I sort of think there's a bit more going on than what his name is at this point.
Yeah,
There
but
is-
we know he's involved in this.
I'll be honest, I sort of stopped caring about him when that that happened.
I did pick up the ammo.
What did you say he was called?
Conway again?
Thomas Hawthorne.
Then who's Jack?
Probably a.
Yeah, they have
Son?
kids,
Is Jack,
right?
Jack might be his son. If they had kids.
That's a possibility. But that means that he's not the only one who's been hurt. Oh, by the way, did I mention to everybody, he looks like he was hurt before we actually, ran over him.
And there was dry blood, a slow, and blood everywhere. And the door was open.
So yeah, I suppose he was in trouble, like you say. If there was this much trouble, then something happened here. Maybe someone broke in and started to attack them.
How do we know they're not still here right now?
If someone broke in and tried to attack them, there'd be a lot more blood around the other parts of the house. With how many shoes and coats are here?
Literally just picked up an actively bleeding blanket that put a sore on your hand, and we're thinking somebody broke in and entered.
I never taste somebody.
Okay, I think this is more than a simple B&E.
Is the blanket still bleeding, Turk? While we're talking?
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
What blanket?
There's
It had that
blankets.
whole
Owen,
wounding
it's-
check.
Owen is going to check the skull and try and figure out anything about it, if it's like some sort of ritual thing, an occulty thing. I don't know. But skulls wrapped in scarves is weird.
Well, you can make me an archaeology or anthropology roll.
My thing? I should have put way more points in archaeology, honestly. Yeah, alright, good enough.
Hey, success is a hard success. So yeah, this
The
looks...
dinosaurs helped.
Picking it up gently and noticing how, like, very dusty and loose this now feels, having been dropped, you'd estimate this to be almost like 500 years old. Furthermore, given its location and its age, you'd guess it does not belong to a colonial settler. The book has some weird things it needs to work out with how it phrased this next bit, but I am going to say to you, because you know how white people work, and you know how, like, people would keep skulls of maybe not people they associated with themselves, you'd guess this might be a artifact of some sort that a white person owned that did not belong to their family. To put it in a beat around the bush is possible. But yeah. Seems to belong to a member of a Native American tribe in the local area.
Oh.
By your best guesses.
Yes. With my guess, if ghosts are real, I'm starting to see why these folk in particular are the targets. Fucking arseholes. And he will try and, like, collect as much of it up as he can, like, back into the scarf. Not quite sure what he's going to do with it, but does want to give it a more proper send-off than stuffed in a white person's bedchambers.
It did appear, Jay, you would know, it did appear to be kind of hidden away back there. So, anyway, we're going to jump to the living room. What's going on with Nick?
Nick's just looking around. I mean, I think because everyone's in that room is crowded and such. He doesn't trust any of this. This feels weird. Going to look around. First at that annoying ass clock. That sounds like it's really loud. If it's like any of the clocks that like my grandparents had, it's loud and you can hear it everywhere. And you know, if that just seems like it's being there, we'll look for any kind of basement.
Sure. Let me make sure I get this right, because, you don't see anything in the room you are currently in. There is another door beyond the one in the hall that seems to be right next to the fireplace. You guess, knowing your way that houses are built, that might connect to a sort of kitchen.
Or two. Just go the whole house and every room that's not been checked yet.
Sure. So, the kitchen contains a large work table and kitchen cabinets with various kitchen implements like pots, pans, and the like. There seems to be a sink with a hand pump, a gas lamp on the table that you could light if you like.
Yeah, absolutely gonna light that because that's much better.
Fantastic. It illuminates and you get a much better view. You do see a wood-fired iron oven, which seems to back against the chimney, allowing for cooking. And the back door is secured here by a wooden bar. In the southeast corner, though, it's very easy to see that, rather, a heavy kitchen table has been pushed there, strangely enough. Why don't you give me a spot hidden?
Yeah, I was just gonna see if the bar looks like it's supposed to be there, or if it was makeshift there.
Oh, sure. I'll say it does look like it was part of the house. Still making that spot hidden.
Yeah.
With a success. I'll say you spot what appears to be a trail of blood drops leading to the door that you can see under this heavy table in the corner. So a trap door set up there.
Okay, I'm gonna take note of that, but not go down yet because I'm alone. Am I also, as I go through the house, I'm looking for that start range for the car as well, if I can find it anywhere. Not yet. I'm gonna make a note that I'm on the lookout for that. So if I come in a room,
Absolutely.
I'm looking every room, but I will go back to this, like the bottom of the stairs, and sort of shout up like, I found a trap door. There's blood leading down. Maybe we should check that out.
As you shout, you're gonna hear a from a door you see that connects to the kitchen, right by the stove. It sounds like something is plopping, almost like hitting on the walls there.
I'm immediately turning around, pointing my gun. Not doing it, just pointing my gun and just sort of shout like, "Who's there?"
Get no response other than a continuous on the walls.
Right.
Small.
I'm gonna
I'm
slowly
real. I'm
back
pounding
up.
my table, but it's smaller thumps than
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly. I mean, the other would the others have heard that as well?
No, doesn't seem so.
You would have at least heard Nick shout like who was there, and then we'll backwards walk slowly a couple steps up the stairs, just out of cautiousness, and then shout again like, "Can someone please fucking come down here?"
You haven't gone down. It's all one floor, so you just kind of.
Oh, it's all
walk
one floor.
around.
Sorry, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna come
you're good.
here. Yeah.
So I want to make sure like you're on the. We're literally all on the same level here.
Right.
Hear them yell at all? Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
okay.
I think I got confused that you said first floor, and I'm thinking like ground floor. First floor,
Oh,
but I'm
sorry.
all
Yeah,
after
it's all one. It's one.
But
It's one
floor,
story.
yeah.
One
Yeah, okay.
floor. One floor all together.
Oh.
I guess let's go there.
Yeah, someone can come.
Sure.
Cool.
But if you want to open that door,
I'm gonna wait until the others are. I'm not gonna do that on my
is
own.
everyone showing up?
My little bindle
I-
of skull bits.
I think Pepe will just go give one last check on the guy, see how he's doing, because we haven't checked on him a while.
You brought him into the hall, right?
Yeah.
In that case, he's just chilling out.
He
the
he
phrase
looks
in
better
that
or
case.
still cuckoo?
He's hasn't changed his condition. He's not made no miraculous
cuckoo, he is.
recovery.
Well, he's alive. That's better than the alternative. So then, in that case, Pepe will follow everybody else to the trapdoor.
Well, not to the trapdoor, rather to, as I assume a brave soul goes to open the door, a pantry. Within, you hear a continuous thudding to the right of you, and turning. Who's going in there? I gotta set this right in my head. This bothers
I
me.
think-
You know?
Yeah, no, I think if everyone is there, Nick still has his gun. But like with an outstretched arm, carefully like just pull it ajar. Or well, actually, I would have handed my lantern to someone else to hold because I don't have that many hands yet.
I'll hold it.
Yeah, we'll just carefully pull open a little bit. If someone can then assist and hold a light so I can see.
I do it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, thanks.
You enter, and it's a push, so you have to enter slowly, and you know that right behind you is the sound of his thumping as it goes off one more time.
Behind
Otherwise,
me?
well, rather behind the door.
Oh, behind the door. Okay.
Otherwise, you're seeing things that are like canned food, smoked meats, flour, and other supplies.
Does the dumping stop as soon as the doors open, apart from that one?
Just to last, and then it pauses.
Gonna pull the door open a little bit further, and still hold my gun towards the pantry. I think he feels like fucking ridiculous holding a gun towards the pantry, but also is a little bit paranoid.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be an animal.
Possibly.
Turn the corner.
Yes. Yeah, as long as I get light from Jay behind me, because I cannot see otherwise what's going on.
You turn, and Jay, you follow?
Yep.
There is nothing there but 3 rabbits on hooks left to dry out.
Oh. Clock again.
Oh my god.
Until as the clock goes off again and hits your mind, you're just damn. And then the rabbits seem to launch themselves off the wall, less so by own force, but rather pushing off their legs and just shooting themselves past you all. They don't hit so much as just briefly fly across past you and begin kind of sprinting. The wound in their, obviously still gutted and lacking most of their internal organs. These have obviously been hunted and cleaned. These are not animals anymore. These are corpses. And yet they move and scurry for a brief moment before stopping again, as they just seem to cause havoc and chaos around you. I need you both to make sanity checks really quick.
Moving really fast, otherwise I'm gonna try and shoot.
Alright, let's see. Okay, we got 1 failure, 1 success. So for the success, you're only going to drop 1. For the failure, though, it's going to be 2 sanity for Jay. And
After all of them so far.
Yeah.
How's everyone?
So they're just sort of bouncing around.
They bounce around and wild, and the clock chimes once more. Everyone in the kitchen. I think that is where we're going to take our first break for the afternoon here. We will rejoin ourselves shortly as our investigators continue to figure out what the heck is going on here. So keep it locked right here. If you haven't already gotten a chance, make sure to check out our charity links. If you haven't donated, we have plenty of potential villain points. Just going to make sure they're villain points. If you do donate and just want it to be for the raffle drawing, make sure you indicate it, because otherwise we're putting it in our pool. So please be aware of that. I have 7 to spend thus far. It should be a lot of fun. That all being said, please take care of yourselves. We'll be back very shortly.
When? When?
And anyway.
When they get 7?
Bye. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you took care of yourself, because we're about to do bad things to our player characters. Because we've been very generously donated a whole lot of villain points by a certain malicious entity we all lovingly call LC. So it should be a lot of fun. Anyway, I believe there are some people who are investigating the mysterious ticking.
Yeah, I mean, it was semi-attacked by rabbits first, I guess, that are still going.
They move around
rabbit,
and stop, and then just stop, and seem to just...
And just die again, okay. Yeah, he's gonna be like, fuck that, and turn around, like, outside of this pantry. And yeah, we'll, after having clocked that it happened after the clock chime, we'll make a beeline for that grandfather clock.
I am following you.
Yeah.
You enter the well-lit living room with the grandfather clock sitting in the corner.
Okay, can I... Oh, this is... I, as a player, know this is probably a bad idea, but my character doesn't know this. Can I just grab the thing?
Like,
I'm not gonna do it, Will.
Yeah.
You want to just grab? You want to just like grab the mechanisms of the clock?
Yeah, that goes. Yeah, that goes
So-
back and forth,
Swing
yeah.
the front door open and grab the weight and the swing.
Yeah, we both just go grab at this thing.
Yeah,
Try and stop
we're both
it.
like same wavelength. That front door
Yeah.
comes forward and you grab the top, I grab the bottom, just to make it
Yeah.
stop moving. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jamming up the gears and the weights of how this works, it just stops.
I am going to. I have a knife on me. I would have put the gun down for a bit. I would have a knife, and I'm gonna try and jam the knife in the wood somewhere so that it won't move again.
You could
so if
cut.
we move our hands. It's...
You could cut or unscrew the weights. It's just probably
okay.
a rope.
Yeah.
So cutting
Oh,
those
it's
would
a
prevent the
rope,
mechanism
okay.
from.
So I'll hold it.
Oh yeah, and I'll cut it. Yeah, I thought it was like metal, like chains. But yeah, if it's rope, I will absolutely cut that.
Mhm.
So we'll work together to make it
Yeah,
stop.
you hold it. You hold it. I just got it.
Yeah.
He's like under his breath, just muttering in a language you probably don't understand, but just muttering like shit about
Probably
like yeah. And we'll just cut it out.
All right.
After it's cut, I
It's a
will
little too
slowly let
modern
go.
for me, actually.
I was saying, why are we getting techno music now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's house because we're in a house. I got it.
I got you. No, but the sound of the ticking stops. The grandfather clock is rendered silent.
We'll toss the weights aside if they're calm. And
Constance just lets out a huge sigh.
yeah, I think like in unison with Neek, just lets out a
Yeah.
sigh. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck that.
Oh, hey, Raiders.
There's a trap door.
Okay.
There might be people in. Maybe there's someone in there. There's blood going down there.
Is this like flush to the wall, like stuck, like nailed to it, or is it one where you can?
It
look
was just
behind
in the. It was just in the corner.
Is it able to be moved? Like if I grab it, can I slide it forward?
If you got a
bit?
friend, I imagine so.
I haven't.
I think Nico's turn around for the trapdoor and then like notice that you're trying to grab it and it's just
Come here,
like
come here, come here, come here.
okay, and we'll
Slide it forward a little bit.
Mhm.
Knowing the pictures that are in this room and the correlation to the letter you gave us, I want to look at the back of this thing. If there's any like hidden panels or any like signature of who bought it, who made it, things like that.
You would probably be able to identify a worker's signature. It seemed to have been made in Portland by some artisan who I will not look up the name for because it doesn't seem to ring any bells. But beyond that, looks like there's a proof of purchase for the former owner of the house, Nathaniel Fuller, with a 10-year warranty that expired a bit ago.
Whoops.
Oops.
Okay. I just had a thought. That's yeah. All right, trapdoor, blood, yes.
yeah, let's go.
Okay. Let's...
You
Charles.
may turn the light over it
Everybody.
for you.
Yeah, made by Charles Thomas Hulu. Thank you, DJ.
I'm helping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe want to Harold Lovecraft of Providence, Rhode Island. Anyway, you guys make your way over to the trapdoor. I'm assuming this is a group effort at this point, or are people still
Yeah.
shooting off and doing their own things? Okay, all you
suppose.
together, the heavy table is easy enough to move out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, we'll pull out my gun again. We'll shout down like,
Your gun.
Yeah.
yeah, my gun. It's my gun. I found it.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
It's
I
my
mean, they already
gun.
dead, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, we'll shout down like, anyone there?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm right behind you with the light, so if you go first.
Yeah, I'll go
Constance will be behind you.
first.
You have a gun. You have a
know.
gun. He's expecting you
As
to
if
go.
you don't have a gun somewhere.
I have one, but it's a rifle. It's two-handed. I don't have a handgun.
There. All right. Yeah. Go.
But I'll hold the light source for you.
Okay. Thank you. I'll die first, but you have light.
We'll see.
Okay. Anyone else following, or just us two?
Oh, I think Pepe is
We're all
also
going.
behind. The hurt man is probably gonna be fine.
Something about zombie rabbits really brings the group together.
So, making your way downstairs, walking fast,
Making my way.
faces past, and no, there are no additional
Making my way
faces.
downtown.
Rabbits, guys.
But you see below you that this small cellar has a floor of packed earth. The walls here are built out of rough stone. And the western part, as you come down the stairway, appears to just be junk. Assuming you're bringing a light source down.
Yeah.
The light source.
Okay, fantastic.
I think CC and Jay both have some sort
It's a
of light source.
good. It's a well lit basement then. Looks like junk boxes, suitcases, broken furniture, worn out carpets and curtains, an old stove, and much more like that. It looks like almost a junkyard of sorts. But it looks like the wooden steps you're coming down. It's about 8 feet deep. Doesn't go into the whole cabin, and at the foot of the stairs lies the body, mangled and an unnatural angle, of a woman in a nightgown and completely covered in blood.
Assuming it's
Linda.
Linda. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the whole group just looks and goes, "Hello, Linda." You also see that there is an equally bloody kitchen knife next to her, and yeah.
So, in a scale of 1 to 10, how dead does she look?
Yeah.
Well, would you like to make a medicine or an intelligence check? But one of those will make the difficulty you're trying to beat a lot easier.
God damn. Roll 20,
I
loves you.
suppose they're... Yeah. Thank you, Roll20. Thank you. Just don't take revenge on me later this week.
So as you get down and examine this, no external injuries can be identified, which, I mean, to you, clearly indicates the blood that's covering her is not her own. Though her neck appears to have been snapped, or broken, rather. From your best guess, probably a fall down the stairs. Twice. Make me a sanity check.
What do you mean twice?
If this thing, well, I mean, we killed the clock. If this thing would come back to life, is what I was thinking. But
The creature in the woods see she's still breathing at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, shit, I gotta do this again.
So, I have a feeling that maybe we should have kept...
Before you say anything,
Down
I need
here.
a sanity
You need to
check.
roll a sanity check. Ooh.
Uh-oh. This is a...
Spent
Only-
40 luck.
Only 3 sanity. But how are you looking for your total? You've been in a rough spot.
Pepe? Pepe is on 41 sanity.
Where'd you start?
45.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. Pshaw. Pshaw.
And
This is concerning, and you stand up straight, of course, at this information. Like, you know, the rest of the group sees you kind of blanch, and you're frozen for a bit at the indication that this woman apparently fell down the stairs, broke her neck, and then tried to ascend it again. The state the neck is in, I'd be surprised if they can, you know, it will take an undertaker some effort. But beyond that, rigor mortis has certainly started to set in. And you can all easily find that among her gaggle of limbs is a hand with a wedding ring on it.
Gonna look if it matches. I'm assuming it does.
It looks similar.
However, I'm leaving this one because I don't trust this one.
No? Come on, complete the
Let the
set.
other one on.
Maybe later. I'll leave it for now.
Okay. Well, in that case, the rest of the cellar is there if you want to all gingerly step around a corpse.
So, the blood is not hers.
Yes.
And she has a kitchen knife.
Hmm? That is
Have they
also
said
very
that
bloody.
The original, the person that we
Yeah.
hit originally had wounds that they
Yeah.
already healed. Did those look like kitchen knife,
Yeah.
like knife wounds?
In
Like
Pepe's mind, it
bugs.
would have been a serrated weapon of sorts. That knife would definitely match with your successes that you've been getting on medicine checks.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that,
I share.
that he locked her down here for some reason. She'd gone mad, maybe.
Yeah.
Tried to stab him. Yeah, in this Cthulhu game. Yeah.
It's more likely than you think.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Nick is going to look around the room further. I'm still looking for that wrench
Hey,
for the
Nick.
car.
Hey Nick, I have a feeling that you might get to keep that ring.
I mean, it looks like there's a bunch of tools all around here.
No
How,
wrench.
how fresh is the blood on the knife and on her? Is it still red, or is it like that dried, like rusty?
It's dried, but it's not rusty.
Okay.
Yeah. I will note that the tools are like hammers, saws, files, chisels, etc. And there's also a workbench with an unfinished birdhouse. In addition, a long ladder on the base of one of the walls. Nails, bucket, shovels, hatchets, and 2 gas lanterns hang on hooks with refill cartridges for all, which you assume is be the house's lamps.
I think Nico gathers the hatchets and everything that could be dated as a weapon, put that on the table, and go like, everyone grab one if you don't have something yet.
I should also note, because it does say that this is difficult to overlook, that in the center of this room is a dark blotch in the dirt. It looks and does not take a medical degree to do a little color theory in your mind that it appears that someone lost a whole lot of blood right here. As a book so artistically points out,
Indeed.
several quarts.
Cool.
Are there any drag marks from that spot?
No.
Like somebody dragged a body away? Okay.
Nope. It looks like what was here is heavily saturated and just kind of
Again, that just has Owen thinking this is ritualistic. Or something strange is happening.
Still missing the sun. We have Linda.
It is
Thomas,
nighttime.
I think.
Yeah.
And we're missing Jack.
What happens if we give the blood
Who's
spot?
Jack?
Your kid.
Good.
Yeah, Jack is definitely the son.
Also,
As we
I
saw,
think the others
we
have
saw
not.
little kid shoes.
I think the others have not shown. I don't think Nick is aware yet that there's a skull. So I think that's not been. Has that been shared?
No,
No.
there's
So
just a little bindle in Owen's hand.
yeah. Yeah. I think he might at one point
That,
look at that and be like, "What's that?"
Skull.
Hole.
I don't know exactly. the details about it, but they had it hidden away in their dresser, apparently, which has me wondering if there's some weird shit going on here. It's clearly not theirs or someone in their families.
You said it was too old for that, right?
It's old, and there is an unfortunate predilection in my line of field and people that look like me to take shit that doesn't belong to them and shouldn't leave its place of origin.
Yeah, I've heard.
He doesn't comment on that one. Yeah.
So
Dig.
I hope to at least vary this with respect once we're done inside.
Yeah, that needs to get the fuck out of here. I think also if people don't take the weapons or the tools that Nick laid out, and I don't know if anyone takes any of them, but if not,
imagine.
yeah. Well, if the other things he's going, is there like what's it called? Like a cabinet or something where the things are in, where I can put stuff in.
Sorry, here in the basement. There were cabinets and such. I mean, mostly it is seems to be filled with like the refill cartridges here and other tools.
Be locked?
No, these are just cabinets. They're kind of open.
Okay, I will try and put the tools in them anyway, so they're at least out of sight, so they're not easily grabbable. In case anything happens. Yeah. This is a safety precaution. Alright, let's go back upstairs. I don't like it here.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good down here.
We'd leave her? Or move?
She's dead!
I get that.
Yeah, very.
Also,
dead.
I don't actually know why we're here. I mean, obviously the car fucking crashed, but we could just try and find the wrench and take the car and get the fuck out of here. Because whatever's going on here, I don't want to end up like this. And he points at Linda.
Agreed.
That's probably should be our focus.
I find his wrench.
Yeah.
Would it be down here or
Let's go fix that.
outside or?
Yeah, I've not found it here yet. Did we actually, when we went up to the house, was there like a garage or something attached?
No garage. The car was just parked right in front of the house.
Nobody's checked the car. It could, for all I be
Yeah, it
in
could
the
be.
car.
Yeah, true. Okay. At least Nick is going out of the basement. Just want to be in here.
I felt like behind.
Go on, skedaddle, folks.
Everyone working their way out of the basement. Where's the move next for folks?
Let's check the car.
Check the car at least, yeah.
Yeah, we make sure we close the door, right?
Yeah, I like this, like, Tom is, like, bleeding out, sort of still, we're just like, yeah, good luck, buddy, and we're just gonna, like, get out.
Yeah. You are fucking on your own, man.
I don't know you.
We don't know you. Your wife started this shit. We're out. Sorry I hit you with my car, but also...
I'm terribly sorry, friend. Anyway, it looks like you've got a lot going on in your life, and, yeah. But you all head
You
outside.
look busy.
Come on.
As they check out the car, Owen's gonna find a spot to bury the skull.
Well, I'll say this is something that you notice as you all get outside. What driveway? A
What?
ring of... You are
What?
on a clearing, but at the edge, everywhere you can see is a pretty high bush growth. Think like
Was it here before we got here?
Briar.
What's that here?
You got through a driveway. You walked up it. It is no longer here.
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh, Fuck!
I think Nick walks outside, sees the bush, and just shouts like, "Fuck!"
Do we hear anything or just see the bushes?
I'll remind you all. You hear nothing. And I'll give you all a intelligence check for those of you who are outside.
We all died
Got
in
it.
that fucking car crash, and nothing has happened since. We're all just
Yeah.
I would never pull
We're
a
in
lost on you
limbo,
all.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. You had extreme
No.
successes today, man.
I love when my players know things. It hits you.
Extremely know things.
It hits you now. You don't hear a goddamn thing. No little bit of animal movement in the night. No strange calls of creatures in the distance. No fluttering of wing or movement of brush as things move and scurry about. There is no life here. It is, by all counts, dead quiet. And that is more concerning than anything. And that is going to be a sanity check for anyone who is who passed that intelligence check. So
I
just,
didn't.
yeah, just Pepe and Owen. All right, you both succeeded. You both only lose one, which is really good because I roll a 4 on my D4. But yeah, again, you're both
Oh
keenly aware.
shoot.
and no longer have 69 sanity.
I'm so sorry.
That's truly.
The gap from the front door to these bushes is there?
So it's tight. I'd give you about 10 feet clearance between any edge of the house and the woods. We'll just say.
I would, if somebody takes this lantern from me, somebody take this, please. Take this.
Yeah, Nick will take it with his other hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pulled
Here,
the rifle.
let me take it.
I put the
Oh,
rifle.
I know over the pup.
I basically pull my rifle off my back. I'm gonna start going around
No.
the
take it.
side of the house. Like from the if we're looking out from the front door, I'm gonna go right, see if this briar is all the way around the house.
Sure. Circling around, you confirm that, but also see as you get to the back, there is an outhouse and a stack of a large stump with an axe embedded in it, with a large stack of firewood to be split on the back. That leads to a door that you know is barred to the kitchen.
Okay.
Here, I actually, now that you guys explored it, I'll share with you an image of the of this whole thing, and you can see that this does not work yet. Whole situation. Anyway, but just to get you all situated, and if people want, you can jump in the Discord and ask me what the map looks like later on. Anyway, that's the layout of the house. You've come around to the back.
Okay. Hard there.
We'll check
I mean,
the
I'll make my
outhouse.
way. For what?
Oh,
Oh,
it's a
I don't-
Model T.
The outhouse. I mean, wait, is that one gone too?
No,
Right.
no, the outhouse is there.
I don't know. Maybe there's something hiding in there at this point. We don't know.
Well, there's stuff in there. I don't know if you want to go dwelling around in it, but it appears to, if you open the door and check it out, it just appears to be a outhouse.
Okay, yeah. If I don't see the way, just close the door immediately again.
Somebody jumps at you. No.
No.
Surprise! It was a poop monster the whole time.
Side.
This is
Basically-
Cthulhu. You can't trust
No.
anything.
When we come around the other side, we're looking at the back of the Model T.
If you went around to the back and then come back around. Yeah, sure. You can check out the Model T.
Right.
If people want, you can make like a spot hidden on the Model T to kind of check things out there,
Yeah, I would like to.
or other kinds of.
Artis.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice.
Looking in,
Neat.
I will say, you see no hand crank. Also, holding your light up to it, it's very clear to you. All these tires are slashed.
Oh.
Like, it is not still wheezing air by any means. This is not a recent thing. These have been out of deflated for some time.
Yeah, that's gonna make it hard to drive.
What would be the roll? Sorry, but this is where my Constance's brain seeing that goes, okay, so if this is a time clock thing, as weird as that is, what would be the average time that it would take nature to take over a driveway like this?
I mean, you can make me a science nature check of some kind. You have anything that might relate to
I
your
have
understanding?
science
Biology could work.
I have science biology,
I'd
so I can make
you
it
have this
for.
natural
more
world?
science ecology. Natural world is a great roll. Yes,
I've
that's the
only
one I'm
got
thinking.
10 in it, but why
Hey,
not?
a roll's a roll.
Nope.
You want to
Failed
spend 34 luck?
No, I don't want to spend that much luck. No.
You have no idea. This could be a time thing. It could be something worse. You have no idea how fast
I have
plants grow,
science
but
biology.
definitely not this fast. Science, yeah. The thing is, science biology is more of human body. We'd be more looking at science ecology for something like this, or the natural world.
I
Right.
have science geology.
I
That's
mean,
rocks.
geology, landscapes, yeah. Anyway,
I just pick up a rock and throw it towards the bushes. Like, what happens?
the rock goes through some bushes.
Does it make the noise like
Yeah.
it goes through the bushes?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's not a completely silent bubble. Good to know.
Well, can we?
You
like,
can hear like the grass crunching under your feet, the movement of your bodies, the you know
The living
the
thing.
breathing. Beyond that, it just seems like nothing is making a sound here. There's no
Is this hedge, like-
animals.
Like,
It's tall.
blocking our
like
view,
the
or
only
can?
things here is
Okay.
us.
You cannot see where the path is to get out of here.
I'm just saying, like, trying to like see if I could throw something over the hedge to see if like, do things go past this, or is that hedge like a hard wall back to reality?
I will say if you get closer, you notice that the hedge is heavily thorned. So trying to throw a rope or something would likely lead to it being entangled.
We
Okay.
have that shit, right? Cut through it.
You could try.
Fire.
I mean, I think was it Owen who had a hatchet? We'll grab one.
Well, there's also an
Yeah,
axe
he'll-
behind. There's an axe behind the building.
Yeah, there's a big axe.
Oh right, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I guess we'll grab that and try.
Go
and
grab
get
that axe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there a plan to potentially light something up? Is there a plan to?
I mean, honestly, we could try lighting it on fire, but
But yeah, we're
There-
in close. Like
there,
I
there,
don't know.
there is a bunch of lamp oil down in
Yeah.
the basement. If someone wants to go grab it.
plenty of fuel.
Okay, we're all surrounded by bushes, and you want to set those on fire with us nowhere to go. Is that what?
I'm throwing it out there as an option because lighting it on fire doesn't mean you're getting your body close to it like you would with an axe. And one wayward chop, and you might get slapped in the face by thorns, and we have nowhere to go.
Or we might get fucking burned alive.
I mean,
It's a clock. Hang on a
Within-
second.
with-
Hold up.
Within the house, the clock is actually chiming.
I
Nick's
feel like
fridge
that's
yeah.
Not again!
oh my god! No, that thing's supposed to not be.
It is. You go and enter, and the clocks are violently spinning in hands as the chimes are going off.
Can I
And
break
stop
out
that!
the clock hat like the hands?
If you do, I'm gonna need like a dexterity check of some kind or a hand-to-hand thing.
Oh wait,
because
they're really fast.
They're going real fast.
Sorry, can I grab instead put my knife between?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You stick your knife in, it catches both, but they clearly hit that knife with a lot of force.
Okay. I think it looks at Constance like. Do you have the hammer from downstairs? Need to.
Okay, I'll go get the hammer. I'll
Okay.
go down
I'll
to
just
the
hold my
floor and get
knife
the
there.
hammer.
Other people, places. I assume some of you are still outside.
Yeah. Owen is going to refocus
Yeah,
on
Pepe.
burying the skull with some respect.
Okay.
And see if that
Are
fixes
you just
things.
doing that by
Okay.
hand?
Would there have been a shovel downstairs?
There would have been if you wanted to focus and grab that before you went down.
Yeah.
And back up, rather. Sure. If your mind has been set on burying this skull, absolutely, you could found that shovel very easily. I need just Jay and Pepe. What are you guys up to?
What was going on? I was
Jay
messing with my
first?
dog again.
Oh, no worries. So we had Nick and Constance run in to go stop the clock from chiming again because it somehow did that despite the weights being cut. And then it looks like Owen is about to start digging into the ground here. Pepe, I don't know.
I have Owen.
Pepe will
Right
do
back
the
up.
only thing he knows how to do and go check back on the nearly dead guy.
At least someone
See.
cares for this guy.
Yeah, I'm a nurse. Pepe cares as a nurse. He wants to do right by the man. He doesn't want to see him die, even if he's a little bit cuckoo. But yeah,
Okay, perfect. Constance,
Mm-hmm.
you're going down the stairs.
Yeah.
Something
Oh,
grabs
no.
your ankle as you're going down. I need you to make me a dexterity check,
No!
otherwise it is going to... You're taking quite a tumble.
Ha! I'm good.
Okay,
Honey, no.
you are only going to take 2 damage as you collide hard to the floor, as your eyes refocus, and you realize you're lying in a spot where there should be a body. And from behind the stairs, your question is immediately answered, as the head of a very dead woman who is looking at you upside down, with their head sitting at their chest, holding a kitchen knife, looks to begin trying to attack you.
This is gonna be fun. So I have a question.
Yeah, it's going to be a
I
sanity
hit-
check, don't worry.
Sanity check, sure. I'm at 4 out of 9 hit points.
If you didn't take it all in one go, you're okay. If you lost half
Okay.
in one go, that's when we start worrying about being knocked
Got
out.
it.
Did I hear
And that is
the
a hard
thud
failure for
on his-
sanity.
Are you outside? Or you're still in the house, right?
I'm in the house with the clock.
You're
Definitely.
upstairs with the clock, yeah.
Yeah, if I heard the thud, I would have been like, I just like pull out my gun and just race toward, not down, but like towards the top of the stairs to look.
As you get to the top of as you get into the kitchen, you're going to see what appears to be a small form standing in the doorway that leads to the hallway of the bedrooms.
Small format, not the one.
Like a 12-year-old, maybe 15.
Oh, does he look alive? Or like similar fashion to Linda, all kinds of fucked up.
To keep this very brief, it looks like Jack has suffered a very bad injury that appears to have been inflicted by someone they cared about. And they seem to have recovered from it, despite their skin being absolutely pallid and it looking like they have no blood to flow anywhere in their body. It looks like he has grabbed a sort of hammer of sorts and is standing there and doesn't say anything. More so looks like they just stand and look at you, eyes fully open.
I think Nick just pauses, like, sort of just, like stares back at him, just trying to see what he's going to do. Because this is obviously a child. Nick is not a good man, but this is a child.
I mean, it used to be.
It used to be, but still.
Was.
Oh. How much sanity did I lose?
So, what'd you roll? Wow! Wowza!
Yeah,
Oh
that's
boy! Yeah. That's gonna be... Wow. I'm really good at rolling. 3.
I am 1 away from from a temporarily insanity. Oh my god.
Well, temporary insane only is if if you only go 5 down in 1.
Okay, well I'm at 41 out of 50, so I'm about to I'm real close to hitting a bad sign here. I'm about to hit breaking point, but I'm not there yet.
Is that about to break?
You'll be fine. Just some months of therapy, that's it.
Several months of
It's
therapy.
crazy.
Okay.
So, here's what I need. Because this is going to be a whole thing. I need everyone to let me know their dexterity scores.
1,000,000,000.
60.
65.
59.
Okay.
That
That
would be a
I realize immediately what I've done
59.
wrong. Let me do it like this. I'm going to write down my folks' stats. Because I have to do some stuff. All right, now, Pepe. Tell me your dexterity score.
Yes. 59.
59. 59? How'd you get
Yes.
59 on dexterity?
I
You rolled
don't know.
d6s and multiplied by 5. You should have a multiple of 5.
It did it automatic. No idea.
Did you? Oh,
Maybe it's meant to be a 60?
I believe it's meant to be. We'll say 60, and I'm not gonna navel gaze too hard at that. Anyway, Jay, tell me your dexterity score.
Jack, 59.
69. Okay, I think something messed up in the roll 20, but nice. That we're just gonna call that 70. Owen,
70.
70. Okay. Nick,
60.
60. All right, and Constance. Maybe muted.
Were you muted?
Yeah.
You muted. Sorry. 65.
Not again. Yeah, that was meant to happen.
Okay,
Today.
so let's do. I'm also going to need a sanity check from Nick here, because
Yeah,
I think
I
with the
figured.
failure, you will all at least hear Constance scream,
Yeah, failure.
That's not good.
which is going to be 2 sanity loss for you.
Okay, I'm so good.
These are rolls where things.
I have 5 more sanity
Oh,
to lose
Pepe,
today
Pepe, you're
before
fine.
I'm also on the
The permanent insanity train. I love to hear it. Anyway, we start our round off with hearing with Owen and Jay. Both of you are at 70. So this is going to be both of you being able to move at once. You are beginning to strike. You've got a few shovels deep outside when you hear some notes of alarm coming from within the house.
He'll,
We go
he'll
help him?
speed up his digging.
Dang.
Thinking, like, it's pure hope that we put this to rest peacefully and it will at least leave us alone as the cool white people.
Make me an intelligence check here. I just love that.
Just look, I get it, we suck, but we're trying to be
Just-
not the worst.
Just hear screams, and as you pointed out, just. All right. It strikes you. You might not be in a situation where you just need to inter the bones, but rather, the bones might have been separated from other bones. You need to find the other bones.
Yeah, as he's digging, he also just
206 bones.
shouts "fuck" as loud as he can.
Your little
it just
quest
looks-
marker strikes all across America really quick. No, we have no idea where this skeleton could be, but trying not to give away the farm here. Yeah, I'll let you to ponder where it would be advisable to perhaps try digging a part of a place of importance and perhaps some kind of thing. Anyway, while you figure out a dig spot, Jay, what's Jay up to?
He's kind of help him. It's kind of help him. Anyway, he need help with.
Yeah, entering into the kitchen, I assume through the living room, you're also going to spot what appears to be just a. Oh gosh, is the word desiccated? I feel like desiccated is the right word here. Young lad, to lack blood, that looks just menacing at you. Obviously, sanity check to start you off. Can I also offer you an appetizer at this time? No, but it's just sanity loss. So make me a sanity check. All right, that's just going to be 1 off of your total sanity. But yeah, the rest of the move is still yours.
Oh, how far from it again?
You enter the
What was
kitchen.
it again?
It's just it's like the young boy, just kind of like there. It's not quite in between you and the trapdoor. I'd say maybe about 10 feet.
You look like dead is? Like you got blood on him?
It does appear that what he is wearing is quite deeply stained with blood. Particularly top down. Sorry, you'll hit him with what?
I'm gonna hit it with this album.
All right, roll me some stuff.
Well, again?
Sorry, what weapon are you using?
On the sub I had.
So if it's a melee weapon, it's there is sometimes stats or stuff, but if it's weapon, give me a second here. Let me look at your sheet. What you got for combat? So you just have a pistol, then you can take a shot. So that's through your handgun skill. So you should be able to just click pistol and then. Oof. Okay. So unfortunately, your first shot, you kind of like quickly pull as a response and just shoot wide. Which will unfortunately bring it to the end of y'all's turn, which brings us to Nick and Pepe. No, I'm sorry, Constance first. You are muted, by the way. Oh, now you're not.
I should not be. I don't know what's going on with my microphone. Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
How far away is this thing from me?
You fell down the bottom of the stairs. I'd say about 6 feet.
She has the knife, right?
She has a knife. I believe Maine is a castle state. It doesn't matter. It's the 1920s, though. And I'm pretty sure she's undead. So,
do
the laws apply to a corpse? It's up to you.
No.
Well,
No.
that was a really quick question.
No, well...
Anyway, I assume, I think I know what you're going to do, is you're going to pull yourself up just enough to pull a rifle up and try a couple ammo. All right. Tell you what, let me pull up some... Oop, wrong one. There we go. Okay.
Hard success.
Hard success. All right. Roll me some damage.
Let's see. Will it do it automatically, or do I need to roll it?
It might. So if you had your weapon stats in it, if you go to the combat tab, what weapon are you using though?
The
30 lever action. So roll 2d6.
Okay. So I didn't know if I could click on it and it would roll for perfect, or because it's not.
So it's not an extreme success, so it's not like a perfect thing. But it is going to be 8 damage. Dang! You blast a big chunk out of Linda. How dare you?
That's fine.
But yeah, your shot goes off.
Yeah, tax one. Okay. that's all I can do other than move. I guess I'll start moving backwards up the steps. Like, if basically I'm trying to make it so that she can't full on just charge at me, but I don't want to get grabbed around the ankles again, like she did on the steps before. So if I can move, I will.
Sorry, you're maneuvering to get. Hit me with that one more time.
Okay, so I just shot her.
Yeah,
if
you
I
did.
can move up the steps without her reaching through and grabbing my ankles again, I would try. But if not,
That
I'm
might
gonna
be
try
pretty
and-
tough. Given she's just down
Yeah.
there, you can kind of swing around the steps to put like a cabinet between you and her form.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of like get up and roll and stand after taking a shot and make your way basically nearly on top of this really bloody patch of soil here. That
I have to.
You have to, and get ready for a potential charge. If that is all of your go, we're going to drop to Pepe and Nick. Nick, I will say, as you are like looking at the form of this thing, you notice this thing that used to be Jack. I will say, there is sort of a distension of limbs. Like the skeleton begins to crack and kind of grow and expand, and it looks at you, seeming to take on more of a full build, though obviously stretched and terrible and almost looking like antlers are growing from it. It looks like it's not going to go to you, but instead turns and tries to, and begins moving down the hallway that you know goes to the front hall. And yeah, well, hey, it's not you. If you want to think about where that goes, you can make me a no roll, which is to say an intelligence check.
Yeah, I will take intelligence. Oh, that's a failure.
I have an idea where
Doesn't
we're
work.
Tried.
Doesn't even
I
bear.
tried,
Jay. Also, Jay is also there. Why don't you make me an intelligence check, Jay? Yeah. So. Oh. Okay.
There you go.
Unless some people want to spend some luck, there's going to be some failures all around.
I can fin it.
15 luck? Alright. Jay, the thought occurs to you, there is a wounded man that used to be involved in this whole kerfuffle here, sitting in your front hall, that is to say, the front hall of this building, that might need some, what is the academic term? Saving from immediate mortality.
Oh,
So
I think,
yeah.
All I have are scalpels.
I think because Nick doesn't realize this, and also, quite frankly, doesn't really care about this man anyway. So it's just going to try and help Constance with
All right.
that problem.
I will say you get to the top of the stairs, and then you're going to be all set. Pepe, though. Pepe, I need to know what you're up to.
Yes. Well, Pepe was just tending to the man who was hurt to Nathaniel. Yeah. I assume that given what you said before, that the Wendigo-looking creature is getting to us now.
So you're tending to the guy. You're going to see what appears to almost be. Ooh, I do have an image I can share with y'all. It is looking a lot like this sort of thing, which you have to really do some work to. A full like lupine
That looks like-
skeleton sort of thing, as hair seems to be sprouting and it becomes less and less a person and more almost fawn. Fawn mixed with fauna or flora of various types. Oh god, is that why it's called fauna? Oh no. Did I learn a fact that people probably knew? Anyway, point being, a terrifying creature has appeared at the edge of the hallway door, and appears ready to leap at you on its turn.
Is that the thing that I saw in the hallway?
Yeah.
At the window?
Yeah. So you both saw that, but you have neither of you is like, well, rather Jay, you recognize that it's like, oh shit, our person is like the person we hit with our car is like super injured in there. If this thing wants something to do with people, I mean, that guy is the easiest pickings. Now, what you do with that information is entirely up to you. But right now, we need to know about what Pepe is doing.
So, yeah, I just see this thing. Do I need to roll for sanity?
You know what? That's fair. As the transformation is fully complete, the folks just saw the beginning of it, and you're seeing the end. Why don't you make me a sanity check? Can't do any better for me?
Yeah, that has 6. No, that's 63.
That's going to be 4 sanity loss for a failure. How are you looking overall?
So I'm down to 36 out of 45.
36 for 45. 1 second.
Yeah.
So you've lost 9? No, you haven't.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
You've lost. Yeah, wait.
What?
Yeah, you super have. You lost 9. Okay. Make me
Yeah.
a no. No, wait. This isn't a.
More, right?
This just happens. You lost 9. 45 to 39. 36 rather is 5 and then 4.
36.
36. Yeah. So that's 5 off of it and then 4. So it's 9
Yeah.
total. You've lost 9 within a day, which means indefinite insanity. Guess who has got a phobia of animals? It's you. You.
Yay!
This natural thing exists in the world and looks like a deer, but a person, and you swear, though it has deer and lupine eyes, wolf eyes, it is like, all animals cannot be trusted anymore in your mind. It connects too closely to this thing. It bridges a gap in your brain that makes it too much of a threat in a human and animal way. So
It's the uncanny valley.
Yep. An uncanny valley that has not yet been explored by the furry community, but I'm sure they're going to find it one of these days.
Oh no! Oh!
Anyway, it is still your go.
Alright, so I suppose what can he do? The only thing he has to defend himself is a set of scalpels. I think he's just gonna put himself between the monster and the hurt man behind him. I forgot the name. I suddenly forgot the name.
Thomas Hawthorne, architect,
yeah.
Boston.
He's gonna put himself between Thomas and the monster, and he's just gonna pull out one of the scalpels he's been using to cut down the gauze defensively. If that thing gets near him, he's just gonna try to stab it. It's a tiny scalpel. I don't know what it can do, but I mean it's sharp. But that's the best he can do right now. He doesn't want the man getting hurt. What was that sound? Never mind. Yeah. And
What
yeah,
was
that's all
that
he can
sound?
do. Don't do this to me.
Sorry. So you're attacking with a scalpel.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a.
I mean, he's.
Roll me an attack.
How?
That one's just to be mean. That's not happening in game.
Okay.
It's brawl, right?
Yeah. Roll me a brawl check.
Yeah, no, it's
You
far
flail
from-
at this and kind of try and strike, but with a scalpel, you're limited in range to a point where you're not really comfortable. And yeah, you don't make any progress, which brings us down to their turn. The creature, once known as Jack Hawthorne, strikes at you. Would you like to dodge or fight back, Pepe? All right, let's see what you rolled.
Dodge. I said dodge.
You
I
said
forgot
dodge?
I had the.
You dodged,
Yes,
and
dodge,
you didn't do too well. I rolled a 22 for
No.
40, which is a regular success. So this that is going to be 5 damage to you.
Oh yeah, that's all he has.
Okay. So make me a con check really quick.
Now you succeed, eh?
So you're not dead, but you are knocked unconscious as you lose all your health. Which, as this thing just basically swipes you to the side and knocks your head into a wall, and all goes dark. And we'll leave that scene there, as no one else is able to witness what happens potentially next. Down in the basement, Linda would like to have a few words with the manager of this gun that just shot her. So, would you like to dodge, fight back?
I'm gonna have to dodge because fighting back, I can't fire the gun again, right?
If you fight back, it'd be a brawl check. That is to say.
Nope, we're gonna dodge.
Okay, roll me a dodge.
I have better stats in dodge. Hey, we're
Okay, let me make sure I get the knife stats correct. Okay. So you got a regular success. Let's give Linda a check. That is going to be a 36 for 50, which means a regular success as well, meaning you have successfully dodged out of the way as she swipes at you with a knife, and you manage to kind of pull back. Though clearly the unnatural movements, despite the increasing damage to the form, suggest something horrible going on around you. Brings us back to the top of the order, actually, with Jay and Owen.
So I roll for bones, because I'd like to find the bones. No.
Oh, 206.
Roll the bones.
Bones.
Skull bones.
Owen's first thought would be to check that weird blood spot downstairs, because we found the skull by the blanket, the blood-sucking blanket. So maybe the blood-sucking ground is where the rest of the bones are. So she's going to try and make it there.
standing on it. God only knows.
Well,
I
I will
don't know how far I can
say,
make it.
entering into the front hall, you see a large, skeletal, strange, monstrous form hovering over Thomas's incapacitated body, and a Pepe knocked to the side. Sanity check.
Nope. Yeah, that makes sense. This game would be a bit much.
That's fair. You're gonna lose 3 more sanity.
Okay.
How are you looking overall? Did you lose more than 20% in today?
God, no. I've lost 5 total.
Oh, okay. You have you have 55. I believe you're fine. Okay. That being said, there is something here. Its form appears brittle but powerful. You've got a skull and a shovel.
Is not much of a fighter. He does not give a shit if Thomas dies. But he doesn't want Pepe to die.
Oh.
So I don't know. But no, he is not a fighter. He's gonna try and like slip around this thing if he can.
Sure. It's possible to maneuver around it and not engage if you want. I'll give you a dodge check just to do so unharmed.
Okay.
Extreme. Yeah, no worries. You walk in and basically fling yourself into the living room and are capable of recognizing a threat when you see one. Actually, wait a second. Ugh. How could I forget? Oh, villain point. Roll again.
Turd.
Chat. I'm gonna kill this man.
Oh, he's got 6.
I'm gonna spend 5 luck points.
You can't spend luck in combat, and you need 15.
Oh yeah, I'm bad at math. Well, no, whatever. That's right. We can't spend it.
Oh, it would be 5. You're correct. I'm bad at math. You are gonna get swiped at. So let's see if I can hit. That is going to be a successful hit.
What about hero points?
Do you have any hero points?
I don't think we have any hero points.
Unfortunately,
Hey,
a lot of... Oh! Wait a second. There's a hero point. Do you want to re-roll a dodge check to try and beat a regular success? You just need to roll a successful dodge.
Sure. I can try again. Let's see. Wow, even worse.
Anyway, as I was getting around to, this is gonna be, let's see, 4 damage to you.
Yeah, not feeling great.
Is that more than half your health?
Not in one go.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, you do get swiped at, but I will say you can move past and complete your move.
Just getting bodied against the wall. I need help. Just shouting that to Neek and Jay as he continues towards the basement.
I come go help. Any kind of soup at it.
Yeah, Jay, it is your go, so. So you're shooting at the new form?
Yeah.
All right. That is 4 damage into it as you turn around. I'm going to need a sanity check, though, as you look at this thing in full shape for the first time. Hard success. Only going to be 1 loss there. So great job on that. Yeah, you keep it cool, fire, and find center of target here, ripping through a nice bit.
I lost 11 sanity so far.
11 sanity so far out of your total beginning. Oh, what was your starting sanity?
55. It is at 44.
Okay. I'm doing some quick math here. Oh, you hit your magic number. Okay. Let's see. Let's be unique here, and say that you have an aversion to the smell of fresh wood.
Okay.
The fresh cedar here is clearly what is wrong. The feel of a outdoorsiness, as you are an actor, you deal in the fake and the illusory. This is too real, too clearly cut and fresh. It troubles you to no end to be out here, and rather than a fear of animals, the fear of the smells of wood and like that kind of like feeling of being in nature settles in, as this thing is not would never appear in the cities, whatever it is. But that is going to bring us down to Pepe, who's unconscious, and Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I try and shoot at Linda without hitting Ghost?
Absolutely, yeah. If you make your way down the stairs and look over the top, you can absolutely level your gun at it, at Linda, and take a shot here.
Yeah, I'll do my my fancy my new gun. Let me have a look. That's a hard success.
Hard success. Roll me some damage.
So, let me check.
Emotional support puppy.
Emotional support handgun. Oh, sorry, you're holding a dog.
That's only 4.
You rolled 4. Well, the good news is that it's still enough with the existing holes that exist in Linda to drop, and basically the form of Linda seems to try to continue to move and flail that knife about, but just falls and ceases.
Okay, I think if she goes down, Nick will go up there and further to offer a hand to Constance, like, let's get the fuck out of here and close this latch. Just...
Hang on.
What do you mean, hang on?
How solid is her neck and her head hanging onto the body, Turk?
Oh, not well. This looks like a jumble of bones rather than a person. It is not. It looks like it's trying to like lightly move, but it can't.
I'd like to sever the head from the shoulders.
You're absolutely free to do that because it is your turn. Yeah.
My brawl is shit, but I'd like to sever the head from the shoulders.
Done. Easy. We won't explore that further. It's just a thing that happens.
Okay, cool. And now we can leave, and she'll take Nick's hand. And
Yeah,
leave.
we'll pull her back up, and we'll once they're up, close the thing.
You'll get to the top on this round.
Right.
Though
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
you will see your friend Owen at the top of the stairs. Though,
1 second. 1 second.
Jay.
Wait, so we're coming towards us to go down, and we're coming up.
Yeah, and we're just like what?
Jay, you're privy to what happens next because the thing that was once Jack, which feels like something that an old Gods of Appalachia podcast should say instead of little old me, is going to take one of its big old hands, and your friend Thomas is no longer amongst the living, shall we say, as it plunges straight into his chest, and then, not even waiting, it seems, to shake off the body, we'll walk over to your buddy Pepe, who is, shall we say, unable to defend themselves, and look at these matching bangles I now have on my wrist. As a fist is plunged through Pepe's body. And that's really all she wrote in regards to the medical journal here. Jay, seeing this, I'm going to need a sanity check because what's going to happen next might be interesting. Would you like to spend 2 luck on that?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, you'll only drop 1 sanity point again. That all being said, it looks at you with this, like, dead bodies on its wrist and just goes limp to the side.
I need a drink after this.
Yeah, what I'm going to need you to actually do is make a power check really quick.
Oh no.
No.
Let us take a moment to look into the mind of Jay. Because pushed to an extent, it has fractured. And where there are cracks, there are gaps. And where there are gaps, there are ways in. Jay, I'm not going to deprive you of playing your character right now, but everything in your head is telling you that your friend who's holding that skull, you should take that weird club thing and kill them with it. And by the weird club thing, it means whatever it has in your hand.
see.
So you're free to do with that as you wish. But we'll continue at the top of the order really quick as we continue. It's actually going to be Owen and Jay first. Let's say, Owen, you get a first bit of go here.
I mean, yeah, he is just barreling down the stairs. Hold this open. Bones, find him. Pull them together. Stop it, maybe. Don't know. Find Bones. And he's, just gonna zoom to that spot where, like, the blood was coalescing and, like, dig and see if he can find the bones. Like, find more bones there.
I'll say with your movement you can begin digging, and it's not difficult to see that you immediately hit what appears to be some remains.
Do they look like enough to be the rest of the body, or are there more bones to find?
You can take an entire round to excavate this thing, but with the time you had to trudge down the stairs and quickly start digging, I'd say you just uncovered a bit.
Okay. That's his sole focus. So if that's the entire round, like he hasn't even.
You've dug down, but like placing the skull in potentially a right place might take the next round action.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, is this the rest of the bone so he can put it together, or is this just part 2 of 206?
From what you can tell, this is a pretty complete skeleton.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I will just that'll just be the round, and next round.
Perfect.
Fingers crossed I survive.
Do we get an exclamation of like a eureka moment so we know you found them?
Yeah, like.
Okay.
Just more bones. Found them. God.
Jay.
I just like.
These people are in
He doesn't
the
need
way.
to help behind him.
Yeah, these people are standing on the top of the staircase. Something in your mind tells you they're called Nick and Constance, but they're clearly enemy warriors. One of them looks much weaker than the other.
I'm gonna do that the weak one.
Oh gosh, I said that now. I realize. Which of you is more badly hurt?
I have lost no damage.
I'm at 4 out of 9. I have been
There's
damaged
no health.
horribly.
Yeah,
Constance!
I'm at full hit points.
So,
still.
why don't you make me a make me a handgun roll?
Handgun.
I'm dead.
Oh god. Okay, good. Whew.
So yeah, a shot rings out as you both look at Jay, and they just shot at you, Constance. Though it is like off range, like Jay's holding the gun in a strange and weird way, like something in them doesn't properly know how to hold it.
Holding it dead the kid style.
It is Constance. It's your turn.
Okay. Do they... Basically, if I look at them, yes, they just missed me and they're holding the gun at a weird angle. Do they look wild-eyed, or do they look like they have faculties?
Their eyes are as wide as their lenses and eyes will allow them, like the full muscle pop.
Okay. Okay, so she just thinks her friend is on a psychotic break. So she's going to try and knock him out with the butt of her rifle.
That's a brawl check then.
That's going to fail, but we're going to try. Oh yeah, hard fail.
All
She
right.
doesn't want to kill him.
Your
So she tries to knock him out.
your restraint pulls your hand, and Jay, you're definitely able to step back easily enough, even if you rolled a critical failure here on your dodge. But if you'd like to potentially fight back, we should have actually held a little bit with a brawl check of your own. Yeah, so both of you fail, and strike at each other. Unfortunately, neither of you finding purchase. This does bring us.
Roll the ball.
Yeah, you did roll brawl, right? Oh no, you sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Never mind.
Oh.
So Jay, for your brawl check, since you're not wielding a melee weapon, this is going to be you have a build of 0, so it's just going to be a D4, I believe.
Please.
Do it.
D4?
One D4, please. Do it.
Mind rolling roll 20.
Do it.
You're too happy about this, Turk.
I know. I mean, I already got what I wanted.
Turk,
You got a
you
kill
monster.
You see, this one, Turk absolves
Sorry, yeah,
himself.
just roll 1d4. I can roll it for you if you want. That'll be 3 damage to you, Constance.
9. Suck it.
Well, you know what? You get clocked in the face, really, as you try to move forward for your efforts. But it does bring us to Pepe and Nick. Pepe is dead, so I assume Pepe begins the process of their body dying. And rather, you begin your new life as an accessory bracelet to a horrible monster corpse. Where, Nick, I need to know what you're doing.
I think seeing Jay try and shoot at Constance and then the whole fight, I think being so paranoid. Nick? Or, I'm gonna say Nick. You kept saying Nick, but
sorry,
Nick, and I'm
Neek.
saying it too.
Sorry, I'm trying to put the right inflection on it, but I'm like,
No,
how do
it's
I
fine,
quickly?
fine.
I'm like, Neek. Yes, Neek.
Nick, yeah. Nick is going to take a shot at Jay. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
well, if things go poorly, I'll have you know this could be rough.
Yeah. I know. 1 second. Where is my thingy going? Oh no! Can I? No, I'm not gonna
No.
push her.
I mean, you
It's
can't.
combat.
You want to make me a luck check here?
Okay. Hard success.
All right, you shoot. Your shot goes wild rather than into your friend as your aim.
That's
You can't quite
cool.
pick a shot off. That might not be how the rules work, but we're doing it anyway. That does bring us down to, well, rather back to the top with Jay and Owen. So let's start instead this time with Jay. Jay, you have someone right up in your face. Big disgrace.
Yeah.
If you'd like to fight back, you can absolutely roll that for me. Or you can try and fight in combat. That's going to be with some difficulty. I'd rather fire in combat with your weapon.
I think you're muted. Oh no, I'm not anymore. Sorry.
I think you're just gonna hit it with a gun. They hit her with a gun. I mean, hit him with a gun.
All right, make me a brawl check. Oof. Hey, don't look at it. But would you like to brawl? Would you have brawled or fought back, Constance? Dodged or fought back. Jeez, Louise, brain, come on. On.
Honestly, at this point, she probably would have fought back because she just got shot.
Okay,
So, yeah.
roll me brawl.
Gonna fail, but we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, hard
Also
fail.
a failure. So yeah, you both again start to just
Fight
try
at
and
this
like
point.
swing at each other, and neither of you is making any kind of definitive hit or another. Owen.
All right. Just for flavor, should I make a sanity check for having to move the wet, bloody dirt ground? Since I've established Owen does not like blood.
Absolutely.
All right.
So that's not good, but that's going to be 3 more sanity.
I'm still doing fine there.
Are you
so yeah,
at a 20th of your sanity?
No.
Okay, perfect. All right, continue on then.
Yeah, so he's like just moving the dirt away, taking the skull out. Okay, hold on. This should work. Stop killing each other. Oh, God, sweet Mother Mary and Joseph. That's for me, not for you, Bones. Oh, God. Just pure panic trying to, like, reclaim these bones and, like, settle them back together before everybody else kills each other.
So, setting the bones in, there's a cloud that appears above it. It hovers above the form before it looks like a man's face a kind of coalesces with an upper torso. The rest of him is cloud and fog. He looks at you and seems to mime this action and then motions for you.
There's like no instruments around.
Nope. Literally what he is doing is weird as hell.
I'll mimic the motion.
He shakes his head and does, again, similar motion and then motions about you. And then it seems to... Now, you're no master in hand signals, but that does seem like time is of the essence.
Yeah, and I'm guessing just through archaeological knowledge, like, I assume he wants me to complete some part of this burying practice.
I mean, you'd hope so. Your brain's already pretty broken. This could just be an insane manifestation of your belief that there has to be a way out of this situation.
It could be. So he'll finish, like, burying the bones, inter the remains, and then, yeah, start looking around, like, is there a didgeridoo here?
Didgeridoo?
Or whatever
in
this
North
is,
America.
flute, didgeridoo, Subway sandwich.
You see nothing in the immediate space. I'll give you that one for free. That all being said, let's jump down to Constance.
So I'm too close to fire my rifle, right?
If you were trying to fire a rifle, it would be with a severe disadvantage. I would need at least a hard success.
If I take a step back down the stairs and then fire, am I good?
Taking a step back, you could try. Yeah, you could try and step back from this fight and try and take a shot here.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. So do I go ahead and roll the shot, or?
Yeah, roll the shot. Let's see what happens.
No.
99, interesting enough, is not only a failure; it is a malfunction.
Yeah, my gun's
so
broken now.
Your rifle, you go and the ammunition is jammed in the slide. You're basically holding a big old piece of metal and wood at this point until you have time to clear that out.
Well, knowing that happened, and knowing that her friend will probably murder her, or something, it goes from shoots like, and just basically flips it and turns it into a freaking melee weapon with the butt of the gun being the head.
All right, you'll have that ready.
Hey.
Neek. Sorry.
Yeah, gonna take another now that Constance out of the way, gonna take another shot because now there's less.
There's less chance here.
Yeah.
Less chance of hitting me.
Go on. Oh, okay. No, I cannot spend luck points on that, can I? It's a 41. It's a 40.
41 for 40. Unfortunately, as a failure. Jay, you are invincible, my guy. Woo! My gal. Jay is a lady film star. Wow. Okay. So yeah, that shot again barely slips past. Unable to fully bring yourself to shoot this person that you knew this morning to be perfectly of sane mind. Bringing us back to the top. Jay, you have no one around you. You can fire again just fine. One of them looks to have turned their weird club thing into an actual club and is holding it right finally. They seem to be injured still, but they've backed away. The other one, their thing that you have, this voice in your head tells you, is dangerous. So whatever order you want to tackle this in is really fine. And sorry, Neek, you also have an insanity, correct? Or was that...
No.
No, sorry, that was Pepe before Pepe died.
Yeah.
Ignore me then. So, back to you, Jay.
I think it's just going to teach me as the one who the weak is.
Fantastic. Take a shot then. With an extreme success. Okay, Constance. How this works is I need you to take 8 damage right now.
Oh no! Oh, you're dead, aren't you?
Oh, you're dead?
I'm horribly dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I
So what happens is
Jay's been turned again.
Jay just pops and Neek, you turn around for a brief moment, enough to see Constance's head back, and their body crumbles.
I fall down the steps. Hooray!
It just sees Constance come down.
Owen, yeah, you turn around in time to be like, all right, I gotta find something, and just body. Behold, a corpse. Horatio, I knew him well. It's back to you, Owen. There appears to be quite a kerfuffle upstairs. Things are not turning well in your favor, though the basement door does lock.
But if the musical instrument thingy isn't down here, locking myself down here does me no good. So he'll go up like with the shovel, just kind of, because can he see like Jay clearly aiming at Neek next?
If you go up the stairs, you can, just ignoring your jumble of a former friend's body.
What am I going to do? She's already dead.
For now.
For now. Well, he's not going to sever her head. So, seeing whatever is happening, just full Catholic guilt shouting, "I'm so sorry," as he's going to try and hit Jay, I guess, with the shovel. Just knock her out.
Okay, roll me a brawl. And Jay, if you'd like to fight back or dodge, you can also roll that.
I don't even know why I bothered.
Damn.
I've once again forgot to do combat skills.
Okay, so brawl, failure versus failure means that no one hits anything. Unfortunately, means Jay and Owen is gone, and Constance is unfortunately trying to find the back of their skull. Nick, you are an increasingly short list of allies.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. I feel like considering, because like obviously we're doing this by turns, but in the actual thing it will be really fast, and
No.
it would just Nick. No.
No. You're right. Yeah, like Owen rushed up and is now engaging. I'll say you have enough peripheral awareness to see that the basement latch locks from within the basement. You can probably block it off and lock it down if you just jump in there. I don't know what your connection is. I mean, it's Owen. You're, as I understand, basically just trying to scam this guy.
Interesting.
Are you willing to die for him?
No.
You still know there's
The
a
long
murderer
con.
up here.
Yeah, there's a murder up
You would
here.
have to get past.
I mean, would you? Could you just wait him out? Do you know what's
Maybe.
happening right now?
No, and I think
It's in your heart to betray a friend.
Yeah, no. I mean, does Nick even have a heart? That's the question. I think he does clock that, and I think he's just going as Owen's like sort of like getting up. Will go past him.
You were just trying to save Cece. We all have the same amount of little connection.
True, but I think it was less trying to save her, more trying to stop problems from coming his way. Yeah, he doesn't go
The problem's gonna come your way.
Yeah, no, he's gonna look for someone in the basement for now.
With your turn, you get to the bottom of the door, pull it closed, and that latch goes shut. All I need to know now, Jay, make me a brawl check if you'd like. Owen, fight back or brawl. Please roll them both. Oof. Fumble.
Well, there goes the shovel.
I'll say, yeah. You're able to get the shovel out. It's back to Owen here. I need a brawl check if you're going to continue to try and do this with fists.
No, he's like, fuck this. He's gonna try and skip past and try and find those guns in the living room. Even if they don't have ammo, there's still something.
You run and grab it. As Jay, you can now turn on start of your turn with the jingle of all the ammo for all those guns in your pockets. Mm-hmm. You can take a shot. Ooh, shot goes wide. Back to you, Owen. You're going to do a strike?
We're in it now, I guess, folks. I'm never
Failure, brawl. You want to fight back, Jay?
Yeah.
Maybe the person who knows how to shoot a fucking gun should help.
You both swing at each other ineffectually. Jay, back to you. Make me a brawl check, or you can try to make a handgun check, but it would need a hard success to shoot within close range.
Okay.
Oof, okay. Fighting back.
It's gonna be this for the next 4 fucking hours.
Can I, on, I know that I'm not in the fight, but can I, while I'm in the basement, try and, because I know Owen was trying to do this thing.
If you want to see the mimicking spirit, you absolutely can. It is there and seems to motion that time is very short.
Can
He's
I
dropping his hand.
just finger whistle? I don't know if that does anything, but...
Nope. No. It seems, again, that it motions and then motions towards you. Like some critical component is missing from this thing.
Yeah, I think
Let me just say, Owen and Jay, let me know when someone hits somebody, and we'll keep sticking with Neek until then.
Right. So, remind me. I mean, I wouldn't know, but yeah, I was just gonna go look around.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, someone
Hard success.
Hey.
Okay, so with a brawl check, using what is essentially a club, why don't you roll me a 1d6 plus your damage bonus?
And how do I find
your damage bonus is based off of your build. And your build is 0, so you get no damage bonus. So 3. Jay, take 3 damage. How are you looking right now?
4.
4 left. Okay. Alright, keep striking at each other, I guess.
Just shouting to Neek, I'm not doing this for my own fucking health.
I think, I mean, can I have, in that sort of time, looked around the bit if I can find...
You find no indications of a
nothing.
musical instrument down here.
I think Nick just swears to himself, like, loudly, and just will put up the thing again and go out, realizing that the only way to get out of this probably is to find that thing.
Hard success from Jay. Roll me.
No.
Now roll me a d6 here.
Can you do it for me?
Oh, sure thing. 4. Sorry, I had it on DM dice rolls. 4 damage to you,
Ow.
Owen. You come
Ow.
up. You come up just in time. Is that like out by a significant amount, or is that just?
No. Literally 1. I had 3. And you did 4.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna be basically with a strike like that, just knocked out just in time for Neek to have like opened the hatch and see this.
Can I?
Why I gotta be the killer in this episode?
Can I, from where I'm at, like poking my head, can I shoot Jay from that angle?
You can, Jay. I have great news. Whatever was in your head is gone.
Huh?
Take the shot, Neek.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
Oh no! You are despicable, Turk. Despicable, I tell
I
you.
would say, okay.
I didn't even use a villain
The
point. for
success.
that.
Fine. Now I succeed.
So
okay.
that is a 1d10 plus 2
Yeah. 1 second.
because you're using the big handgun you found.
Uh-huh. There's 11 points of damage!
Oh yeah, he dead. He dead.
Dead,
Oh,
He
now
doubled
I
that.
can do good damage. Okay.
All right.
Wars now.
Let me put this like this. You pull up and
That
Jay.
-7.
Yeah, Jay. You look over and are suddenly aware of your hands coated in blood from this fist fight brawl you've had with Owen. Just like, I imagine it's been like a situation where you're just basically trying to hit each other to any effect, and it's been bad. And you kind of come to your own senses and are like, what have I done? Looking down at the pulp that used to be your friend. And then a shot rings and you're talking to St. Peter. You know, you're on the save state. As Nick, around you is nothing but death and blood.
Maybe it wouldn't be the first time, but definitely like to like stare like shocked for a moment, but will I guess fucking chiming again.
The clock chimes as you look outside and realize, shit, is that the sun coming up?
Okay. Is the driveway still gone though?
No. What? Why would the
Driveway's
driveway?
there?
Why would the driveway be gone?
I love this. Okay, he's gonna go try for the car. Or let's try.
Yeah,
Find any
well, you can make me a spot hidden check as you look around in the local area.
Go ahead and please. Yeah, success. Okay, cool.
You work your way out into the woods, and eventually amongst the scrubs, you do find it. It looks like it was thrown out here almost like intentionally, like to lose it, but you can crank up that Model T and the wheels are flat, but they still spin. And
Yeah, I don't get it with, but he's gonna try. He's get the hell out of here.
they
Wait, no, actually, yeah, no, he's gonna get that. He does still have the ring in his pocket, though.
you do.
Yeah.
It's a nice ring.
Yeah, is it probably worth something? So, yeah, he's gonna get the hell out of here.
The wheels of your car slowly spin out. Let me hit some music. No. This one. Sorry, this is the one I wanted. The wheels turn on and you leave this place behind. Slowly, you make it to the next town where they can fix a flat you and comment on what a terrible state you seem to be in, and oh, you must have spent the night out in the woods. That's horrible. Yeah, we you know, they tells you is that Wales, if you're willing to stay the night and maybe help out, you know, patching my roof, I'd be happy to fill in the repair tires for you. You know, ask not what you could do for yourself, but rather for the community.
Can I just pay you?
Well, Yeah, we prefer to do a fair bit of dickering out here, but I suppose cold hard cash ain't nothing to spit at.
Yeah, we'll pull out some cash. Like just everything he has on him right now, he will give. To him.
Whoa, hey,
Like,
Mister.
I have a journey. I need to get home. I'm ready.
I'll get you. I'll get you on your way right now. Don't worry. Well, damn. Pardon my sponsor. Anyway, but yeah, you're fixed up, and you leave the area. Though it's not long before you start to hear news of terrible bouts of madness and violence from the area. As you keep a almost subconscious tab, I need you to take, and I'll roll this in front of all of y'all, 6 out of a potential 20 sanity damage.
That is that is just what I just one over what I needed for indefinite insanity.
You are never going to want to go in the woods again. Staying in cities is going to be exactly what you want to do.
Maybe.
That all being said, that is all we have tonight, folks. Rather, this evening. But in truth, not all we have, because we have so much exciting work. I may have killed almost all my players, but to be fair, they did it themselves. For the most part. Big shout
You
out.
killed one of us.
Hey,
You
big
made the
shout
rest-
out
you
to
made
Jay.
do the rest of it.
Soul Survivor.
My
let's
hands
go.
are very
It's a
clean.
dirty work.
You calima me.
Your hand.
That all being said, I want to quickly give a shout out to my amazing players for helping us kick off this fantastic fundraiser. We've already got plenty in the quote-unquote bank here. Though, if you want to know, we've got some really cool incentives we're going to be announcing later on. We're at $100. We're looking for an initial goal of $1,500 overall for the week. Oh boy, we have so much incredible content to come. But before we get to all of that, I would love to give my players a chance to talk more about who they are and where you can find more of the exceptional work in the order in which you introduced yourselves, starting, of course, with Niap. Let people know who you are and where in the internet you can be found. Come on!
Well, hello.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Everyone. Well, goodbye, everyone. I'm Neop3. You can find me on the internet as Neop3. Hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There you go.
We can hear you.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're all good.
We got you.
Okay. Where did I end up?
Neop3.
Okay, I'm Neop3. You can find me. You can find me on the internet as Neop3. I do art. I do stuff, and you can hope to see me next this week on another one in the Derelict with Sam. I'll be playing another character this time around, but hopefully that one doesn't die. Thank you, Turk. Your death is on me, actually. It's on you. No, my death is on you. No, what have I done?
Hey, just so you know,
Yeah.
you were the second death I actually only needed for the night. I got a little greedy with everyone else, but in truth, I could have just stopped all the horror there. I only needed 2, and you were my second. So thank you. Anyway.
I'll take that as a compliment.
And it should be, in some weird way. That all being said, King, my bloody killer, please. Yeah, tell us more.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter with the same name. Yeah, I just basically make music. That's it.
All right. Well, hopefully you show up in some more streams. It was great to have you
Hopefully I'm a killer.
on. Well, you did fantastic. Bring us down to Robin.
Ginger Brigade on Twitch, and I don't really use any other socials anymore. So Twitch, This was the only game of the Cthulhu week that I could play because of scheduling conflicts. So, if you want to hang out with me, come to the Discord. We have a Discord. It's pretty hopping. You may have to mute it if you come and play with us, but come to the Discord. Yeah, I'm around. I'm not playing anymore this month, I don't think, but I'm around.
Well, I guess a good reminder to join the Discord, and hopefully you're in some great stuff soon, because you're always an asset at any table you're at. DJ, tell me the good news.
Yep, I am Steven. I played Owen Gallagher tonight. You can find me at DJ Stevosaurus online anywhere. That's the only title that I've used since I was 15, because every 15-year-old makes good choices that you should live with forever. But yeah, you can catch me around on other Neon Lights roleplay shows, or on Neon Lights roleplays, as well as here on The Lost Caravan. I forgot which channel I'm on for a second, because it's been a long day.
It's quite the afternoon, yeah.
Popping up and around. So check us out.
And last but not least, our sole survivor of the evening. Tell us all about it, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna, or Riley, whichever one you prefer. I use them pronouns, and I'm definitely human. You can find me literally anywhere at Peculiar Planets. I'm on pretty much every social media. I am a TTRPG writer, comic writer. I do actual plays. On Thursdays, I play Vampire the Masquerade over at the Misadventurers League at 8 p.m. Central European Time, or Central European Summer Time now, still. And then on every other Friday, so next Friday, I'm playing D&D over at Pansla's Tables at 5 p.m. Central European Time. Yeah, that's it. If you want see me in a more actual place, I'm always open for one-shots and stuff, so hit me up.
Good,
and remember, kids, what we learned today, crime pays.
Oh no.
That should not be the lesson that we give these kids.
Alright, back to me. Hello everyone, I am Turk, or Turk Accented. Should you peruse the dark places that we once called the internet. I have had the honor and privilege of being your keeper for the evening, and as the song goes out, I'll let you know that this is not the last you'll see of me this week, as this is my brainchild, my birth of nightmares, my unholy offspring, and I'm very excited to see what happens next. Stop that. I get to have a scary outro. That's my indulgence to myself. Of course, later on today, we will have a Hunter game, which you should definitely tune in for. It has a lot of really awesome people, and our charity is ongoing. They have 6 villain points that I didn't even have to touch. I only used it once, because the rest was just things I was legally allowed to do within the rulebook, which is fun for me. So check that out. It should be starting around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with plenty happening every single day. We have 2 more shows tomorrow, and then 1 every single day of the week, and then finishing off with 2 on this next Saturday. If you are interested in my games in particular, I will be running Lex Arcana, a cool sort of Delta Green meets Roman Empire vibe on Wednesday the 14th, and then I'll be running some Weird and the Wilds on the 15th, which is a Thursday, and finally I'll be finishing this off as I open and to close with some Delta Green Operation Black Sat as we explore the final unknown wilderness of our universe. I hope you can join us. Oh my gosh, y'all. Fantastic start. Thank you all so much to those who have donated thus far, for those who will donate in the future, and for those who have been on your screen, please be sure to check them out. They are fantastic people and players, and they deserve to be more stuff, which we will definitely work on in the future. That all being said, we will see you later. I hope you had a great time. Have a great Caravan of Cthulhu week, everybody. Stay spooky, stay mysterious, stay insane, be kind, and make the world a better place. Otherwise, I am coming for you, and you will not know the angle from which I attack. Anyway, that is going to be it from us. We are probably just going to close it out, but if we hit a quick raid, be sure to stick with us for that. Anyway, see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.